What's that brown one that looks like coffee?
It's supposed to be sweet tea.
Yeah, it didn't turn out good.
You gonna join me or be a bitch?
And this is peanut butter and jelly.
Tastes more like peanut butter flavored cough syrup.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I mean, hey, if you're sick, I got something for you.
The love and honors. You can't come in or come on her.
Yep.
You see, he gets my mess ups.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How much of the batch do you have to pour out? It's about a quart, isn't it?
On the old steels, yes, that's kind of the new steels. You don't have to do that anymore.
Really?
But
It's not pure ethanol anymore.
Well, it's real high proof, but I just take it and I just run it back in. So, but if you want to do it just for the nostalgia of it, probably about a half a quart. Throw it out.
Hey, Dylan, did you press record when we were taking the shots?
Yeah.
I love that for an intro. Great minds, dude. I'm fucking glad you did that.
Yeah, I saw you reaching for the jar, so I hurried up and clicked record.
So Ryan gets when I try to make something and it doesn't really turn out right, he gets that. Even though it don't taste all that great, I won't sell it, but you still get drunk.
It's probably fucking poison.
It's funny, man. There's a guy that used to work for me that made it, and he make like orange creamsicle, strawberry creamsicle. But he'd take the head and he'd pour it back in, into the full batch, and then whatever jug it's in, he'd just pour the whole quart of shit back in, and it was fucking strong, man.
Yeah,
I drank like that much of the jar, and I was fucked up.
Yeah, your heads are going to be the highest, but because it is ethanol, it's a different type of alcohol. So ethanol alcohol can kill you.
Well, I always felt it like right here the next day, like right in my eye sockets, just sore as fuck.
That's why it makes you go blind.
Well, no, it's the lead that makes you go blind.
You've been using lead? Dude, I get your fuck ups. That means you're lead fuck ups, right? Because you accidentally use lead, you scumbag.
I would never kill you. Now, your buddy, on the other hand, yes. I want to.
He still hasn't been by. I've been telling him, I've been sending him Snapchats like, yo, I just got this thing of gasoline with your name on it. You know, it's sitting here like, yo, when are you going to come get me?
Did you work on the truck today or what?
Yeah, we failed on the truck today.
Well, yes. You know, we got power coming out of the coil. Okay. We got power coming out of the coil, coming in and going out of the coil. But it's not coming out of the distributor cap. So out of the coil, I put the probe light in there, turned it over, and it was getting juice.
Mm-hmm.
But put it on the number one spark plug, and the rotor's turning, but it's not throwing any fire out of the distributor cap.
I wonder if did you mess with? I wonder if the points are too far away.
Well, it's an electronic distributor. I mean, it's possible, and it's a new one. Better. And then we went to the junkyard, and famous Ford, all three trucks that we look at had three different types of distributors in it.
Yeah, they were all 90s. They were fucking 90s models, man.
So his has got, they call it a PID. Everything.
No. PIP.
I'm sorry, PIP. It's built onto the distributor itself.
And it's on the front of the motor, right, or towards the front of the motor?
No, it's on the distributor itself.
It's on in the 90s. In the 90s,
the front of the motor, right? On those?
No, it's like dead center of the block, pretty much.
Probably on number 2, between 2 and 3. But yeah, I couldn't get any. We were going to throw the old cap back on it, but we just didn't get that far.
No, because that was a terrible idea.
But I wonder, like I said, I wonder if it ain't something with the PCM.
Yeah, wouldn't that be some shit? The most obvious thing right in front of our faces that we just keep ignoring because I replaced it a few years ago and I don't think it's that right now.
Yeah, but a lot of guys say that fucker gets wet with where the location is.
Yeah, mine was definitely getting wet, dude. So I was trying to snag one from the junkyard today just to test that theory because they are kind of pricey.
And none of the trucks had them in there. So, and one that did wasn't the right one or something.
So, yeah, I guess once they start Once you get to 92 is when they added the fuse panel under the hood instead of all those relays and fusible links. So the distributor is built differently, and the control module is now located on the firewall, and then there's a separate thing. So if I wanted to use any of those parts, I'd have to take the wiring harness, the distributor, the fucking computer, like the fuel injectors. It's just, you know, it's just a lot.
Is that truck TBI?
What's that?
Throttle body injection.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's got the 2 injectors on top of the throttle body.
No. It's
no,
it's EFI.
No, it's EFI. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Is it really? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Chevy was TBI. That's right.
6 fuel injectors, buddy. These cigars fucking suck.
Why don't you just get over it and put a fucking V8 in it? You can buy a V8 from the junkyard for $800.
Dylan. Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't have the money to do a motor swap right now, dude. I don't have the money for that, because I would do that. I would totally put something else in there if it meant that I wasn't going to have any more electrical issues or any more bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Because it's only a 4.9. I mean, it's a good motor because it's indestructible, basically. But this truck is cursed, and I'm tired of dealing with it.
Well, I did.
It needs a new heart.
I did try to look it up. I didn't see anything for a cam sensor or a crank sensor that was listed in the Haynes manual at all.
It only has control module, computer, ignition coil. It's got a throttle positioning sensor. It's got the goddamn idle air control valve. It's got all that shit, you know, but it doesn't have cam or none of that other stuff. Okay. It's actually a pretty simple setup. The only problem is I can't figure out. I simply cannot figure out which part is fucked up.
Well, all these guys on that Ford forum are saying it's in the ECM or the PCM.
Yeah, I probably need a new computer. Bobby's coming over.
They just changed both of them. They didn't change one. They changed both of them.
Well, I got a buddy coming over tomorrow, a new buddy. His name's Bobby, and he's gonna poke around and see, because he does all these rebuilds. Like I've never actually done, like, I've never pulled an engine and fucking done a real rebuild or swapped anything out. I'm not one of those kind of guys.
It shows, but that's okay.
Well, have you?
Oh, yeah.
Well, you didn't fix the truck either then, so obviously, you know.
Carburetor and points.
Carburetor and points. Okay. Well, anyway, he's coming over tomorrow. We're going to fuck around with it, and hopefully we win. And then if not,
I wonder if there's a way to just jumper that fucker in the computer.
That's what I was thinking too.
What do you mean?
It's like solder to the pin
put
together.
A jumper wire. Put a jumper wire in it.
Where?
On the computer.
For what?
To get, well, I don't know if it has power going to the coil, and that's the only harness going to the distributor. If that's the only harness going to the distributor, it shouldn't have it. It shouldn't be a computer issue then if it's getting voltage to the coil on top of the distributor.
Ireland belongs to the Irish.
Now we just had the probe, so the light wasn't coming on strong, but we only had like 12 volts on the battery, but it wasn't lighting it up strongly.
That's because,
but it was still lighting it up.
Listen, that probe is old. Okay, so that battery is not the battery in the probe. I don't know why there's a probe with a battery in it. First of all,
well, that's amp.
Stupid.
No, that's a fuse.
That's a battery.
That's a fuse. It blows.
Well, it's old.
Okay,
don't you have to replace those every so often?
It doesn't matter.
Well, it still lights.
But see, that's why I wanted to put the old cap back on it, because it was running with that old cap.
No, it wasn't. That's what
you said. You drove it there.
No, dude, that's what you're not listening to, though, right?
You said you drove it over there with that old cap.
I'm gonna fucking commit scuba slide if I have to say this one more time.
Scuba Steve.
Gonna go suck start a shotgun. Listen when I tell you.
Yes.
Before this whole venture, I fought to start the truck because it was after a rain. And the original problem was it wouldn't start after it rained. So I fought to start the truck, damn near killed the battery doing so. And I got it started. I drove it over there, and then I parked it. And I was like, all right, dude, here's where it's going to live until we figure out this issue. So I started poking around under there, and I disconnected the ignition coil. And I found that there was moisture accumulating where it connects. So I took it out, and I saw some what's the shit called? Corrosion on the pins, like right at the bottom. So I was like, all right, well, we're going to clean this. So I got electrical cleaner. And then I was like, you know what? While I'm at it, I'm going to remove the entire engine wiring harness and check on it. Look for exposed shit, broken shit, whatever, you know? So that's what I did. Those are the only things that I did. And then I fucked with the harness. I found a few exposed spots, tended to them. And then I put it all back together. And then I put a new ignition coil in there. And now it won't start. So the old shit, it's not gonna. Oh, wait. I still had the old distributor and the old cap on though when this problem started. It wasn't starting. So then Bobby came over and poked around. And he was like, "Hey man, I think it's your distributor."
I have ran into it one time where the cap, it looked the same, but it was a little bit off.
Taller.
So it didn't push on the button to make the short circuit to shoot the fire. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So that's why I wanted to put the old cap back on.
That cap came with that distributor though.
I understand. I'm just trying to troubleshoot. That's all that is.
I'm telling you, if it happened after a rain, dude, it's probably the computer. If it, like they say it does. I mean, it's like right next to the fucking fender well. I mean, it's a horrible spot.
The confusing thing is, I mean, I took precautions because a long time ago I noticed it was getting wet, so I took precautions and I put dielectric grease in there, and I would like spray around it with WD-40 so the rain would deflect and shit. I wouldn't spray WD-40 on it, but I'd spray it close enough to where like it shouldn't have been getting wet, you know. But apparently it wasn't good enough, man. It was a valiant effort, but didn't pay out.
If I was you, since you already tore that whole fucking harness apart, I would just take it. If it is bad and you have to get a new one, I would just take and stretch all them wires and run it in the cab somewhere. Then you don't have to worry about that problem no more.
What are you talking about? Like the computer?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was definitely thinking about rerouting it because I was thinking about two things. I was thinking about creating like a little shield that goes over it for when it rains, you know, waterproofing the fuck out of it. So that way the rain just goes over it and it can't get to it, you know. And then I was like, or because the way it mounts is like on the floor to the left panel. That's how it mounts up in there. And I was thinking there's got to be some way somewhere else I can just stash it in that area, you know. But
or just try to put it up higher.
Yeah. Well, no, because
they could have slot in it so it slides in like a book.
Oh
yeah. Yeah.
I mean, not a bad idea. I kind of like it. You know, it's got a place, but it's not in the right place.
Yeah.
Wonder if I could just like stick it to the hood, you know? Double-sided tape, just smack it on there real quick so that way when you open it, you'll be like, there's my computer, safe and sound.
I would just I'd just cover the fucker in duct tape. Like black Gorilla tape so you can't see it.
I have some. Do I look like the kind of guy who doesn't?
Kind of.
Well, sir, you sound like a hater, so will you throw this in the trash?
Red green's got rolls of that shit.
All right, dude. We're doing another shot. We're gonna see what this stuff really does.
Well, you don't have to get shit faced.
I drank half of it for you. Yes, I do. I've had a stressful day. I fucking started my day off poking around a piece of shit that we didn't fix. And then we had to go to the junkyard. And then I had to attempt to build a shed. And then I had to poison my house. Like, I've been busy, bro. I didn't have any fun today. Fun is now. Cigars and moonshine. And Dylan. Look at his red beard. Look at him over there. Hey, you still shaving your head, bro?
Yeah.
Oh, nice, dude. God.
You need a little sun on that thing, bro.
Bald lives matter, bro.
You need a little sun on that thing.
Welcome to the dark side, sir.
Dude, I've had a bald head for years. That was the first time I chose to. That was
Whatever,
the first time I
dude.
chose to grow my hair out when I most recently grew it out. That was the first time in like years.
You ain't got to lie to kick it, bro.
I haven't grown it out in years. Since 2017 was the last time I grew it out.
We already accepted you, dude. It's all good. Yo, so listen. Did you see the thing where Elon Musk told everybody to go fuck themselves? And then
the president of Disney and shit.
Yeah, the blackmailing advertisers. Dude, Did you actually watch it though?
No, I just saw the clips on TikTok.
Yeah, just the clips.
It's glorious. Yeah, man. He's sitting there and it's all serious. And then you're watching it and you're kind of zoning out because it's like more jargon, from one of the elites. And then all of a sudden that is broken by, oh yeah, go fuck yourself. And then it's like, what? And then he goes, G F Y, go fuck yourself. And I'm sitting there like, oh, is this real? No way. This is AI is getting out of hand. No, that's real. I'm so happy about that. It gave me hope again.
You think you're gonna blackmail him?
How could you hear that Trump supposedly got acquitted too?
No, I didn't hear that. They won't tell you that because that's good news. They don't want us to hear that. Yeah,
it's been all over my TikTok that Trump got acquitted of all charges, and they didn't block him from running in the presidential race either.
So it's done. Like the witch hunt is done. The trial and everything.
They just started a new one.
Oh, I think I did read about that. They started a new trial because they can't get him.
Yeah, like earlier this week, they pulled him in for something else.
How is it not obvious what's going on here, dude? This is a political witch hunt.
Dude, I just listened to Tucker talk about it, and he was like, I don't know, I'd have to find it, but yeah, he was like, they're basically just using the legal system to do whatever they want, and he said it needs to stop. He said this country isn't run by politics anymore. He said you have one or the other. It's either politics or force, and right now this country is being run by force.
Have you noticed that our postures ain't shit? Sorry to interrupt, but look at our posture, bro. We have terrible posture. Look at us.
Yeah.
Stop slouching.
See, that's why his camera
is so hard.
That's why his camera is just from there up.
Yeah.
So he can slouch and you wouldn't know.
These chairs are not built for good posture, man. Anyway, back to the Trump thing. ADD kicking in way hard.
So Tucker Carlson said that there's two ways a country is run, by politics or by force, and this country has gone to force.
Political force.
Well, no, not even just force. He said that like when you have people out there hurting other people for the mere fact that they want to hurt other people that are in our political system, that's being run by force. And he said the country's in a very dangerous place right now.
Yeah, we've been knowing that, dude. The ones of us who are stupid. Yo, I had somebody say to me the other day, I consider him a former friend. He's one of those dudes. I don't know. It's weird to explain this guy. It's like he's one of those dudes that acts like he doesn't like you and he's condescending and he's like not your friend, but he's just kind of weird. So that's the only way he knows how to be anybody's friend. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like that's just him. And, I feel like I'm describing myself. But anyway, I'm actually nice to my fucking friends, though.
He's actually nice to himself.
I don't talk down to my friends.
Right in the mirror. He's all like, what's up, Brian? How you doing, Brian?
Daily affirmations.
He hits me up. Man. I deleted him off. I deleted a lot of people off of Facebook not too long ago because I was like, all right, well, if you're not supporting the movement, like the music or the podcast, if you're just not supportive, you don't need to be here. Clearly, you don't like what you're involved in. If you're ignoring all my shit, you're not a part of it. Like you don't need to be here. Fuck off. Plus, this dude kicked me out when I was pretty low. He kicked me out of the house when I was going through some shit.
So you were sitting in his house reading your Bible, trying to better yourself and go to college, and he kicked you out?
No, dude. I was at his house getting drunk and banging sluts and, burning couches in the backyard and restoring, like painting tailgates and working on my truck in the parking lot of the apartment complex. And he kicked me out, dude. Like, who does that?
Probably the manager.
No, but in all honesty, when I lived there, I did pay my bills on time, and I mostly hung out in my room. And the only time I ever came out to associate was when they were already drinking and smoking and hooting and hollering. You know what I'm saying? I would be invited to chill, so I would. So we'd be barbecuing in the backyard. But like in my spare time, I'd be out in the backyard, like sanding down a tailgate or something, just minding my own business, not doing anything wrong, just spray, like rattle canning a fucking tailgate, no big deal. But anyway, yeah, so he hits me up and he's like, hey, man, what's up, dude? How you been? And I was like, well, on paper, I'm doing better than most, but mentally, I'm ready to go to war, And I didn't think like that was political or whatever. I just thought I was conveying like, I'm stressed out, dude. That's how I'm doing. Yeah. I'm doing good, but I am stressed out. I got a lot going on. This motherfucker was like, yeah, dude, I'd be pretty angry too if I spent most of my time just filling my head with bullshit, making myself angry. And I was like, what What are you talking about, dude? And then he proceeds, because he goes on these weird tangents. He tries to lecture you and enlighten you and give you a speech all the time. And he's like, yeah, man, you know, all the stuff that you watch, like all the TikToks and all the shit, the political shit, like blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. You know, you're feeding into it, making yourself angry all the time. And I was like, well, I wasn't really talking about that. But you should know what's going on in the world, you know, especially right now, because things are getting really weird. And he's like, no, what you should do is not focus on it, but try to find a way to make money off of it. I am. And I was like, man, you know, shut up. What do you, that's stupid. You know, how, first of all, I know what he does for a living. He sells a book. He sells an ebook about nursing, because he was a nurse briefly, dropped out of nursing school, and then just wrote a book about his experience. Okay. And I think it's a scam because of the way he explained it to me. People buy his course and then they read the book, and then there's a little exam at the end of it about what they read. And then it's worded in a way where so he gets a lot of like, they want refunds, because people think, idiots do it and think that they're now eligible to be a nurse. So he's always got to be like refunding people, and like they threaten with lawsuits and shit. So I'm like, dude, why are so many people falling for this if you're not scamming them? You know what I mean? This has got to be a scam, because what are you doing? Why are these people thinking that? What are you? Because he won't show me the site, bro. He won't let me read anything. So that's another reason why it's sketchy to me.
That's the ultimate way to make money today online. Yeah. Is to copy and paste a course, go on TikTok and all this shit and be like, do you want to make money beyond your wildest dreams? Here's how I did it. So I created this course. And then you sell them this step-by-step bullshit that somebody else wrote. Yeah. You just take your money and fucking laugh all the way to the bank.
You know how much
coming up to buy it, bro.
You know how much you know how I am fond of Andrew Tate, right? You know, he's one of the dudes that I am fond of. But he does it too. The Real World Hustlers University. I looked into it because I kept seeing, I was unsure about it, you know. I was like, damn, kind of seems like he's scamming too. So then I looked into it. I typed it in on YouTube and I was checking out reviews, and I watched so many videos because I was curious about it, dude. $50 a month to learn how to make money on the internet. That's what he did, dude. Like he basically hustled all his wealth, you know, like I think he was like an OnlyFans manager or like a cam girl manager. You know how that you supply the shit in a place for them to do it, and you are in control, and they just show up and do stuff and you take a cut, you know. It's like online pimping or management, whatever you want to call it, dude. But they consent to it and it's all legal. All right. Because it's technically porn, you know. But so I saw all these reviews and all these people signed up for it, and they all said the same thing. It's legit, but you got to work your ass off. You can't just like, oh, I'm going to do Hustlers University and fuck around with it. You actually have to treat it like a second job until it pays more than your first job and you can quit. And then so the things are drop shipping, e-commerce, copywriting. There's like 18 or 20 things that he teaches you how to do and how to be profitable at. Right?
At $50 a month.
Yeah. So dude, that alone is bringing him tons of money. Plus all the other shit he does. Cause I know he be drop shipping and doing e-commerce. Like
bringing him $6,000 a year per person. You get 100 people to do that. That's fucking $600,000.
That's why he's damn near a billionaire. But that's the thing though. That's the one thing he's doing. Now he's doing other shit. You always see him on a computer. He's drop shipping. He's copywriting. He's doing all kinds of shit. So I got to thinking about it and I was like, damn, dude. I mean, they pretty much just told me what it is. I don't need to take the course because I'm not an idiot, you know? I mean, I'm not saying the people signing up for the course are an idiot, but you kind of are if you're signing up for the course because we already know what he's doing. He's drop shipping. He's copywriting, e-commerce. Just do that. You can just do it.
Yeah, but if you don't know where to go find that.
Dude, type it in. So after I watched these videos and I was like, oh, that's what he's doing. I got on YouTube and I was like, how do I get into drop shipping? There's so many videos on how to do it. I got a whole list. E-commerce and copywriting. There's there's so many videos on everything. You could just do it. You don't need to sign up. I mean, I don't. I already figured it out. You know what drop shipping is?
I think I do.
Walmart even does it. It's basically
go ahead.
You may go. So
all right, so you go on like walmart.com, right? You find something for like $12. You list it on eBay for $25. Somebody buys it, you take the money you got from that, buy it from Walmart and ship it directly to their house as a gift.
You're like a middleman.
And then it won't say any information on it that it was drop shipped.
Yeah. So and
Amazon
Walmart
does it too.
Have you ever been on Google and typed in like shopping for something? You type it in and hit shopping, and then it pops up like, oh, they sell this at Walmart. I didn't know they sold truck parts at Walmart. You know, I didn't know they sold a whole engine at Walmart. No, they're fucking drop shipping. You're gonna pay them. They're gonna get it for you, and you got to wait to get it because they're gonna middleman you. So that's a thing. You know, I mean, there's tons of shit to do, but you really have to focus on it. It's not as easy as all that. You're not gonna join Hustlers University and just fucking, oh, I'm rich now. It's not like.
No, you got to work at it. You do got to work at it.
Yeah. So I was thinking about messing around with some drop shipping. I wanted to get some money together because you do have to invest your own money at first. Because and then you can look at Google Trends, fucking figure out what's hot besides this room. Damn, it just got toasty in here. I think that moonshine just kicked in.
I'll give everybody a tip, including
just a
both
tip?
y'all. Yep, just the tip.
Okay.
I'll give you all a tip. I haven't done it yet, but I might cut this out of the video. I don't know.
You probably should. You should probably cut like a lot of this out of the video.
I don't want it getting out because it's super fucking not very many people are doing this right now. Okay, kind of like what I'm doing with the casino site thing.
Right.
Okay.
Fucking hot in here, dude.
What sport do people win the most money on betting? You got your biggest high rollers in.
Football. No, UFC. Fighting. Really?
Horse racing.
Are you fucking still?
Oh, yeah.
Wait a minute. No, it used to be dog, right?
Check this out. Horse racing. You find clips of wins online, right? You sign up to like FanDuel or something like that, or BetUS, where you can bet on all sports, right? You make the video, somebody watches it, and then you post a link to bet on it. And then boom, they sign up, they make a deposit, you get the same amount for referring them.
But the race has already been run.
What do you mean?
Right? But the race has already been run.
I could go and bet on anything right now. Like I could put it on the screen, but I could go on and bet on horse track races for tomorrow even.
Okay.
So yeah, you just post your link, and then they go to your link, they deposit, and then whatever they deposit, it's like stake is you get half. So if they deposit $1,000, I get 500 free and clear.
Nice.
But like BetUS is 90 some percent. So you get these. I don't think very many people that bet on horses realize you can do it online at on a major scale yet.
Okay.
So there's this girl, bro. Her brother set up an account for her to do this. This girl at like 16 years old is making like 5,500 a week.
Sound it out.
Use your words.
Yeah. Hey, listen, I was just thinking about something, dude. I've never drank with Jason before, so how do I know he's not like a belligerently violent drunk? Dude, what if I just had like a crazy thought while Dylan was yammering on about whatever? I'm just playing, dude. But I just had a crazy thought. Like I was like, moonshine. Fucking what if drops? Yeah, I was like, what if all of a sudden just randomly Jason freaks out right now and just starts taking it to me, and Dylan's just watching from the other side, dude. Next week's episode,
I would literally just fucking do this number. I would go like that.
Dude,
you could really watch it.
I was gonna say, like, you better still put the episode out, and then I gotta come out.
No, it's gonna come out of nowhere, and he's gonna be like, "You got a pretty mouth."
What'd you say, boy?
You put some banjos in the background.
Like the way you hold that cigar, boy.
Yeah, we should totally
cigars.
We should have staged that, bro. That could have made us go viral right there.
We could do that.
Two guys never drank together. One beats the other one up.
We could do that, man. I've done that before. I fucking staged a whole kidnapping. Like we stretched it out over a week. Oh yeah, you did. Okay, so the Boom Boom Room, you know those guys.
Yeah.
They used to
he's
have
worried about me.
They used to have this.
Yeah, right.
They used to have this camera guy named Brett Peacott, aka Okay Who. That was his handle, and he was a goofy motherfucker. And that's back when they were doing the Street Team show live, and they would interview like somebody once a week, and they were all together in the Boom Boom Room.
Okay.
So we came up with the idea. They were asking me to be on the show, but they were like, "It's got to be crazy, dude. It's got to be epic. We got to put you on there." And then I was like, "Well, why don't we do a prank or something?" So the prank was that we agreed on was I was going to kidnap Brett and then leave like little clues and shit and send in like threatening videos, like talk. Because I was always sending them videos talking shit like, if you don't put me on the fucking show, you guys are a bunch of bitches. Like the reason your show sucks is because you haven't had me on there yet, like shit like that. Okay. So then Stax was like, dude, you could kidnap Brett and then keep sending those goofy little videos. And I was like, yeah, man. So they would be doing their show, and then they would be like, hey, we just got this email, dude, from Echo, man. Like, let's check it out. It would be like me talking shit like, oh yeah, by the way. And I held up the beanie that Brett wore. It was a black beanie. And I was like, have you thought about where Brett is? I mean, when's the last time you guys heard from him? And then I ended the video, and we stretched this out for like 2 weeks. And then finally the plan was they were going to do the show with no guest, or they lied about the guest is what it was. Okay. And then I was going to show up and crash it and do my interview then. So that's what we did. So I showed up right in the middle of the show, and I slammed a big knife down, and I was like, did you guys ever find Brett? And then I started doing chicken with the knife to make it like weirder. And I was doing good. I was staring at Super Steve in his face, not looking, and I was doing so good. And then right towards the end, I fucking stuck myself in the finger, and I pretended like I did. And I was like, and that's enough of that. And then, but then I'm sitting there like holding my fucking finger on my pants because I'm bleeding the whole interview, dude. So yeah, it was a good time though. That was one of the funnier pranks.
It will be in self-defense, Dylan.
He talks about you being potentially violent, dude. He snapped me at like 4 a.m. a couple of weeks ago, wasted out of his mind.
That's not true.
Yeah,
this is already fake news.
Yes, it is. Because he was talking about somebody wherever he was at, and he had just gotten home, and he's like, that motherfucker, fuck them, man. They did this and that, and then like out of nowhere, he's like, by the way, when you wake up, shave your fucking head. And he goes on about that, dude. It was like I could scroll for forever. On all
I was
these
texting.
No, you were fucking sending me video after video after video. It was like 30-minute episode, man.
That might have been the night that Angel tried to fight me.
I don't know. You were madder than hell when you got home.
I think that was that night.
Falling all over while you're holding the phone, writing shit to me. And then I know you're like, by the way, shave your fucking head when you get up.
I haven't been drunk in a while, dude. So that had to have been like a couple months ago when I was still hanging out with Angel and he tried to fight me.
That sounds about right.
Because, dude, what else would I have been mad about? You know,
you snapped me the other night and you're like, man,
somebody was driving in.
I ain't gonna be able to go to work tomorrow, dude. I'm fucked up.
Okay, so that's it.
I need to go to sleep. It's 3:30 in the morning. And then he snaps me at like 9. And he's like, yeah, bro, I didn't go to work today.
So I'm glad you brought that up because that's a really funny thing.
Oh, that's funny. Okay.
It's all funny, bro. It's my life. I should have a movie, you know? Fuck 8 Mile. Mine's more funny.
More funny.
It was Sunday. It was a Sunday.
Sunday.
And all but 6 was doing a show in St. Pete. If you don't know, that's Puya, Fat Nick, Booby Ludovelli, Tara Reid, Kill Switch, and I'm drawing a blank. Shakewell. That's the 6th member. I could be wrong about that. I don't know. I got a good buzz on. So I was with this chick. I took this chick with me because I didn't want to go alone because she's a Puya fan. And I was like, yo, let's go see Puya, dude. I don't want to go by myself. And I know you fuck with Puya. I'll buy the tickets because it was like over $100. And I was like, well, you got to drive. You know what I'm saying? Like, I bought the tickets. So she agreed to it. So we get there. And our plan was to just have a couple of drinks and enjoy the show. Well, the show was so lit, we ended up having a lot more than a couple of drinks. And then after the show, we went and had some more drinks. So by the time I got home, we stopped at her place first. And then I got home and I remember looking at it and I was like, damn, dude, it's like 3 a.m. How'd that happen? And I was proper faded. So I snapped Dylan, right? And then I went to bed. I plugged my phone in and I was planning on, handling it. Well, I was house sitting that stupid ass dog And
this is when the dog unplugged.
This is when the dog knocked my power strip out of the wall and everything came unplugged. That's a true story, dude. And I got called out for that because that's what I told my manager, because I woke up at like 11 and I sent him a picture and everything. And then I posted about it on Facebook. I was like, damn, dude, I just had to tell my manager that the dog knocked my power strip out of the wall and it unplugged all my plugs, including my phone. And that's why my alarm didn't go off. And that's why I didn't come to work.
How dead was your phone?
Dead as fuck, dude, because I was at the show all night and I was Instagramming and like, dude, it was dead. I didn't charge it all day. And by the end of the day, like, look at it right now.
I can't see that.
Look at the battery meter, dude. It's low, right?
Dude, I had the funny part of that is I wasn't drunk, but I had the same thing happen. The fucking cat took my cord across the room with my phone attached to it.
Yep. Well, when I posted about it on Facebook and one of my coworkers seen it, the guy that got me the job, Kevin, and he was like, dude, you're a fucking idiot. And I was like, I hate it talking to you sometimes because you're just like, what is your deal? You know? He's like, why would you fucking tell them that bullshit story about the dog and your cell phone charger? We know that you got fucking wasted and that's why you didn't come to work. And I sent him the picture of the dog with the unplugged shit laying on top of it, clearly like she did it, you know? And I was like, I bet you feel real bad for talking to me that way.
States that.
No, how? Yeah, dude, this is the stupidest fucking German Shepherd I've ever met. She could not possibly be a part of a fucking, a scheme or something. I'd be like, come here, Remy, sit down. Now lay down, right? Here's a treat. And she would fucking get up and cower and walk to the other side of the room because she thinks she's in trouble. Every time you try to get her to do something, she cowers and she thinks she's in trouble. She's never been abused and she's loved, but that's just who she is. So there's no way I could be like, all right, lay there and stay. She'd be like, and water boy across the room. So no, dude, that's not what I did.
Mama said.
Yeah, dude. So that's a legit story. And plus, I would just say that, man. I'd be like, I called in one time and I was like, yo, James, I got in a fight last night. I'm not coming to work today. Okay. And he was like, all right. Did you win? I was like, you should see the other guy. Okay, bye.
I got to make a police report right now.
Yeah, right. I got to finish talking to the cops really quick.
Do you want to know what's funny? Do you want to know what the fight was? Because I really did get into a fight. You know what it was? My boy Michael got so drunk.
How drunk was he?
Dude, he was shit-faced. So he got so blackout drunk, he punched a random guy in the face for no reason. I was talking to the guy. We were talking to the guy. And he just hauled off and punched the fuck out of him. And then he got real low, like crab walking. And I was like, I don't even think they do that in the UFC, bud. Like, you're too low. Like, what is this, crab style? What are you doing? And he's going. I was like, I'm really impressed at how fast you can move like that. And he's trying to fight. He's like so low to the ground. And the guy's standing there like, why'd you hit me, dude? And he's wearing a pink button up. And I was like, must have been that salmon shirt, dude. I told you that wasn't cool, man. And now you've got Michael upset. So yeah, man. So Michael wouldn't stop his shit. And I was like, dude, if you don't fucking quit, like, I'm going to have to take you down. He's like, you can fucking try. So I hit him with the Russian leg sweep and we go down on the sidewalk. And when I landed, I busted my fucking elbow open, but I was pretty drunk too. So I didn't realize it.
Okay.
So I'm laying there on top of him, like doing the pose. And he's like, dude, you better get off of me. And I was like, no, not till you simmer down. So I was like laying there like this. He's like, I'm fixing to bust out of this. And I was like, you haven't yet, pussy. And he's trying, he's squirming. So the whole time my elbow's just digging on the sidewalk, dude. And I remember getting up, we squashed the beef. We went to the casino. I had no idea about my elbow. And here comes security. And they were like, you guys can't be in here. What are you doing here? We were like, we're here to gamble. And they were like, he's got blood all over his jeans. You got a bloody elbow. You got blood all over your blazer. The guy that he punched in the face came with us. So, dude, everybody's covered in my blood. And I'm like, what do you mean bloody elbow, dude? And I fucking took my phone out and I was like, yo, my shit looks like it got chopped off, like with a machete and shit. I had no idea. I was walking around with this, like all of this was blood, dude, just like hanging down my arm and shit. And I didn't even know anybody had blood all over him. And I got back in Michael's car, his whole center console, just like blood everywhere. So that's what was going down. And that was the fight that I got into.
When you said that part, he was like, I'm gonna get out of this. It made me think of that part on Pineapple Express where he's tied up and he's like,
yeah.
Says,
I remember. I remember laughing about it because I told him, I was like, you pulled a Danny McBride last night, dude. You were like, I'm gonna bust out of this, and you did it, like, at all.
I can't remember exactly what he says, but it's funny.
No, he says, I'm fixing to bust out of this. And then he goes, Yee! And nothing happens. I remember that because it's one of my favorite parts.
No, it was like some Tai Chi shit he was talking about. Because he claimed he was a black belt in karate or something like that.
I just remember the last thing he said was, I'm gonna bust out of this right now, and then nothing happened.
Who's the guy that does the tiger thing? It's a funny one. Like you end up hitting the guy in the dick or whatever.
Oh, that was on.
He does a TikTok or something.
Is that supposed to be like, it's supposed to be self-defense, but everything he tries to do, the other guy just like sack taps him? Yeah. It's
that guy's kind of funny.
He's trying to teach self-defense, and the other guy's like sack tap.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about that movie, The New Guy.
No, it's Facebook or TikTok or whatever.
Pretty sure it's TikTok. Tic-tac.
Tic-tac-toe.
I'm tired of TikToking about TikTok.
Or X.
Oh, my Instagram got deleted, by the way. Don't know if you knew that or not. I no longer have an Instagram account.
I don't ever go on Instagram.
Good, because it's whack. It's for thoughts and pedophiles. Pedophiles. Cut the first part out, please. You can't say certain trigger words. Why is there...
If you're monetized, you can't say it.
Why is there popping in the mic?
See, I thought...
Do you hear that? Are you doing it?
No, I mean, I thought I was, but I'm not.
Is it because of...
Yep.
It's the fucking head, but we're not moving. Are you moving the table? Quit moving the table. Nothing's happening. We're not moving anything. It's like a bad transistor. Transmitter.
I hear a little bit of static every now and again.
Yeah, it's annoying. We're supposed to have hard target on here, and we got fucking click pops in the mic. It's bullshit.
You're gonna need like a tablecloth or something for that table.
Well, this is temporary. I really want to get a round one because I like this angle, but I don't like that it's just like this, and then we have to be awkward when we look over there. It'd be better if we were just kind of at a round table, you know?
It'd be nice if you had two cameras. So like I could pick a camera like pointed at you or one pointed at Jason. 3 cameras would be ideal.
How would we have it set up though? Like one there and then one diagonally?
Yeah, and then one straight on.
What, like, so like one there and then one there and then one over here?
Yeah.
We need a bigger fucking room. Not really. We'd have to just move back more. But then we definitely
zoom in on your faces.
Right now I can still kind of control the computer, but if we move back more and we have all those cameras, like it's all you, fingers.
I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how I can green screen it or something to where it looks like we're all in the same room.
I don't like that you can see my knees.
Well, put some lotion on them.
Look at.
Yeah, I mean, you need to work out. You got some little ass legs.
Bro, it's just my fucking genetics, dude, because my mom's side of the family is potato people. My dad's side of the family.
Dude, don't worry about it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you, Dylan. My bad. No, seriously. Dad's side of the family is Gumby people. Mom's side of the family is potato people. So here we are. This is what we look like when they bred.
Well, I worked my legs for 4 fucking years, dude. Like twice a week, and they would not grow. They're strong,
yeah, dude.
They wouldn't grow.
I remember when I was jacked. Remember I was going on a tangent about it when I was drunk on here one night. My legs were strong as shit, but they never got bigger. You know?
I mean, I could leg press 1,200 pounds, but it didn't look like it.
Yep. My favorite thing in the world is when I put forth all the effort to become a fucking beefcake, only to realize that I am a strength guy and I am not a shower. Like I don't even look when I'm fully physically fit. I don't look like it. I'm like a Michael Chiklis.
I show from the waist up. Like I develop massively in my torso.
I develop massively in the center, like right below the belt. Depending on how many Cialis I take.
There you go.
But those are just for fun. I don't need them. They're just for fun.
Just take one a day. Take 5 milligrams a day if you're working out. The best pre-workout you'd ever have.
I fucking tried that shit, and I swear to God, it was the worst thing I ever did. I didn't know there was such thing as being too aroused. There is, dude. It was like, I was like, dude, all that I can focus on is this fucking nail driver I got going on right now, and I can't think about anything else because all I can focus on is pussy. Like nothing else matters. Just all day, every day. I was like, pussy, 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 hammer in my pants. And I can't take this every day. So then I switched up.
Oh, fuck. Sorry. No, go ahead.
No, I was saying I tried every other day too, and that was still the same problem. Like the shit has a shelf life of like a day or two.
You remember that guy I sent you, that John Doe bodybuilding, the guy that talks about like gear and all that shit?
Perhaps.
So he got this shit called PT 141, and you inject it in your ass. It's called a cock bomb.
Yeah.
And it's like Viagra times a million.
Why would you want that, dude? Have you ever done a Viagra?
He said he hurt his old lady with his dick.
Oh yeah.
That strong. Well, check this out, bro. He said he takes it and he's like, I don't know if it's like normal gear, if it takes a few hours to start going through the bloodstream or what. He's like, so I pinned myself and my wife's like, hey, honey, it's time to go dance with the elderly. And he's like, I don't fucking want to do that anyway. He's like, so I go with, and there's all these elderly people there and they're throwing like a dance. And this old lady comes and asks me to dance with her. He's like, as I'm dancing, I feel my dick popping up in my pants. He's like, so I'm like standing bent over like I'm constipated, and he's like dancing with this old woman. He's like, I go over to my wife and I'm like, we gotta go. And she's like, why? He's like, my dick won't go down. And she's like, what? Like, my dick won't go down. And she's like, why do you have an erection here? And he's like, no, he's like, I took some shit before we came and it kicked in way faster than I thought it would. He's like, so we go home, and he's like, yeah, apparently she could barely walk right the next day.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Big dick player shit. Yeah, man.
It's like some shit that would happen to me if I tried that.
They told me to take the Cialis, every day or every other day because it's part of the TRT.
Well, it helps with your circulation as well.
I simply can't do it, dude. I cannot take that much.
Take half a tab then.
I asked them, dude. I was like, can I just take half a tab a day? And they were like, for sure, dude. And still, bro, too horny. So like, even if I don't take it at all. I said the only time I take it is for fun. So if I'm drunk, I'll pop like 2. If I really want to make a good impression, I'll take like 4, right? And I'm fucked for the next 3 days because I'm basically.
5. He's like, I'll take 4.
I did that.
No, you didn't. You went like that.
No, I did that. I really did. My thumb is just kind of poking out a little bit.
Well, but 5.
Thumb's not a finger, prick. Anyway.
8 fingers and 2 thumbs.
What happened? No, but seriously, anytime I fuck with it at all for like 2 or 3 days, I'm like a horny high school kid. The worst thing that happens is when you take it, you think you're going to get laid, and then the girl cancels. So
I took it and I got some of the most insane pumps in my life, bro. Like my pumps would hurt when I'd lift.
Yeah, dude. I was getting some pumps, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, bro.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I had to take my pump cover off,
Yeah, we're going to pump you up, yeah. Could
you lift weights?
What did I? So actually, I'm glad that we brought up TRT, dude, because I have been feeling a lot better because I got my dose right finally. But I will say that I feel like
more or less.
What? Less.
Did you do more? Less?
I was doing 200 milligrams a week, and it turns out that was too much. Remember, I was complaining to you that like I had tennis elbow for the longest time right here. I don't know where it came from. Dude, I was doing too much test. It was making me like hella tired. It was giving me all kinds of weird inflamed joints and just felt like shit, dude. So I lowered it down to 0.4. So that's 40 units. I'm doing that twice a week. So I think, what does that make it? Like 180, 160 milligrams?
I don't know. I don't know what your milligram is per unit. But that's crazy because I used to take like 800.
Yeah, but you were like working out a lot. The only working out I do is like construction and whatever I do around the house.
Well, if it's cypionate, that means it's the longest ester. Is that what it is?
It's cypionate.
So
I was doing a blend for a minute. I was doing cypionate mixed with what's the others?
With what?
Cypionate mixed with either entheate or is that what it is?
Enethate.
Yeah, there's like 3 total types of testosterone, right?
Propionate, enethate, and cypionate. Propionate is your shortest ester, most effective. You have to pin it more. Enethate is like what I used bodybuilding, and it's you're gonna have to use it like twice a week.
I was doing
cypionate. I could do 1 dose a week, and it would run the whole week pretty much. I took some on last Sunday, and I still feel fucking amazing, bro. I feel good.
Wait, you got back on the juice?
Yeah.
You're back on the juice, dude?
Yeah. And
I'm so excited to hear that.
Getting boners and shit again, dude. It's
getting boners, dude.
Being my old lady earlier. That's first time in a while.
Oh, you did sex?
Yeah.
Was she like, oh yeah, you're nailing me, dude?
Yeah.
Right?
I'm like, I'm nailing you. No.
Fuck yeah. So when you finished, did you yell out, I rule? Right? No. You didn't do that?
No, but before I'd have to like slap the fucker and be like, come on, let's go.
Oh yeah, dude. I remember having those pep talks like, hey dude, wake up. We've been dying to do this. And like now you can't bother.
She literally be jerking me off, bro. And it'd be like, no.
I hate that so much. Well, to be fair, before I started TRT, my dick still worked. It's just that it was one or the other. You know what I'm saying? It was like, all right, I better not take care of my own business today because I think I got a girl coming over later. And then I would, right? I'd be like, nah, she ain't coming. So I'd take care of my own business. And then she'd be like, hey, what's up? You still trying to chill? And I'd be like, fuck, dude. I just wasted my only shot. It's gone now. I got to reschedule. So it was either one or the other before. And now that I'm on it, it's like, hey man, I beat it twice since you've been here. We doing this or what?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna lift tonight and then shit. So
bro, I just I
look at pictures of a year ago, dude, when I was fucking like 10% body fat at 230. And it makes me want to cry.
Yeah, I
got this fucking spare tire right now.
Yeah, I think about that sometimes too, man. Like I'm basically just in stock shape right now. I got a blank canvas, which sucks because I used to have a filled out canvas. It was nice, but all I do is work and then do this home improvement shit and fuck with that goddamn truck. So, I don't really have time to just be dragging my ass to a gym and get accused of being a creep by some TikTok bitch. Because I'm just trying to work out and I happen to see a chick with skin colored leggings on. And I look.
If I'm there by myself, I just fucking put a hoodie on, put my headphones on, and like keep my head down. I
like how women think that a hat makes them invisible in the gym. What's that about? That's the stupidest thing I've ever seen. They go there wearing like the revealing outfits and the skin color leggings, but they put a hat on. Dude, they're like, I am invisible now.
I was just gonna say the skin color leggings. We went to Anytime Fitness one day, and we walk in, and this girl's like, dude, she's standing at the squat rack for like 30 minutes. But I remember, like, right as we got there, I said to my wife, I was like, why is she not wearing pants?
They do look like nothing.
For my wife's like, yes, she is. She's wearing skin colored leggings.
Why are you even looking over there?
And I'm like, but she's taking up the fucking squat rack, and it's our day to do that. And dude, I hate the gym culture today. It was great 4 years ago.
Dude, it's honestly gotten so bad at the gym. I'd rather just be chubby than to deal with it.
Bro, my wife remembers this. We went to Gold's Gym here and we walked in. The guy's like, oh yeah, it's great, man. We got this, and this. And I'm like, fucking sweet, bro. And we walk in and there's tripods everywhere.
That's stupid.
And you remember that? Yeah. And I was like,
tripod dudes or
dude,
tripod?
We walked straight out. I was like, fuck this.
I remember, I think it was like back in 2015 when I started to notice that there were more tripods in the gym and like all these narcissists were filming themselves. And I remember I followed a few people from the gym on Instagram, a couple of chicks, couple of dudes, but one of the chicks one day was doing, I think it was the bench press machine. And I saw her doing it, but I was doing my own thing. And then I got on Instagram later and she had posted a video of her doing it, but she was crying. So the video was like her sitting on the machine and crying. And then this long caption about how it'll start to hurt, but you just got to push through it if you want to achieve. And then it got real fucking sentimental and like more of a big deal than it should have been. It's like, dude, you're just working out. Shut the fuck up. It ain't all that serious. These motherfuckers treat fitness like it's some kind of spiritual conquest, and they're conquering dragons. And shut up, dude. All you did was go to the gym and you pushed yourself harder than normal and you lifted a little bit more weight than normal, and then it hurt, so then you cried, and now you're here preaching to me about your shut up, dude. Eat a dick. Fuck off.
Save the drama for your mama.
God damn it. So I remember seeing that and I was like, ew, dude, that's cringe as fuck. I couldn't imagine doing something like that.
Do you have that problem in your gym, Jason? Like the kids coming in wanting to film? Because it's like, dude, they don't even work out, half of them. They just come in and like take their selfie in the gym mirror with the equipment behind them, and then they leave.
Yeah.
No, like that's, I mean, phones aren't disallowed. We let them use them for a timer running outside. But when they come in, we tell them if we see you on the phone, you're done.
Oh, really?
So the only time we let them use their phone if they're sparring, we'll record it on their phone or record it on our phone and send it to them. But yeah, now we do have a couple guys that have fitness pages. Now they'll towards the end of the night, when there's not really anybody there, we'll help them film their stuff, or they'll set something up. But, we've known them for a long time. They got a fitness page, and it's a little different than the kid just standing there looking at the mirror. So, but no, we don't. No, that stuff's not allowed.
They should not allow phones in the gym.
Well, we do it just. Yeah, well, yeah, you're right.
You want to know what the biggest pet peeve of mine is? Is when they're on a machine, they walk away and they set their phone on the seat to save it. I'll walk right over and move the motherfucker. I don't care.
Just knock it off.
You just touched my phone. I'm like, yeah, it's in my way. Yeah, but I'm using that.
No, you weren't.
Fuck off.
I'm the captain now. Yeah.
Yeah. You bow to me now.
Such a fun voice to do, even though he's a liberal cuck. But still.
Dude, on one of the topic switch really quick. I was listening to the Screwface Gene diss tracks today, the Upchurch side of it.
Really? Like why?
I like them. But
I thought you meant his, like Screwface.
No, Upchurch's.
Okay,
Screwfaces were not good.
Yo, that was so funny because I watched that in real time, and then Screwface had a Tampa show, and it got canceled during all that.
Speaking of church,
yeah,
he's number one in the country rap top 40 selling streaming country rap artists for the week.
Good,
really?
Yeah, he's number one.
He, I was listening to it, dude. He made a fucking Lil Nicky reference in there, and I never caught it till today. He's like, "I'll spit you in a flask and cast you back down to hell."
Oh shit, I didn't even get that one.
Yeah, like. Cassius, just drink the flask.
Come here, shovel boy.
Brother Cassius hit me in the face with a shovel.
That was a good movie, man. I love, dude. He can do it. He can do the laugh. He's our impression guy. I always forget that. Splendid, capital, right? Wasn't it? Weren't we talking about Upchurch last week and how weird he's being?
Yep.
Yeah.
He's being pretty weird. You seen all that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we talked about it. Yeah.
You were there?
We didn't have any audio. Put the lid back on this shit.
No, I'm just playing.
And then
we fought with the camera for like the whole episode and it didn't work.
Yeah, I was like, dude, I was trying to edit it. I was like, fuck this. There's not going to be any video.
Oh, I meant to tell you, I really liked how you handled that, dude. Just like that little, like, hi, I'm the editor, and guess what?
Hey, I'm the guy that makes this all happen, but
Yeah. Audio only, bud.
How'd you think of how I mixed like my wife, the aftermath of the toe of Satan and shit?
I thought it was good because I was wondering how because I remember I was there for the whole thing. It was a whole thing. You're like, she did it, and then the kid did it, and then there was just like it was a whole nother episode in itself of that house just burning their mouths off.
Right.
So I was like, how's he gonna splice all that in there, and then we're still gonna do a show because it's gonna be like a fucking really long show then. But yeah, it worked out.
I feel like it worked.
It did. It worked. It worked splendidly.
I wasn't gonna splice my kid in because I feel like that would go against some community guideline somewhere. So
Probably child abuse.
Probably
toe of Satan.
Dude, I bought habaneros one day, and I'm like, hey Eric, eat this. He's like, is it hot? I'm like, yeah. He's like, yeah, it's pretty hot. And then I'm like, here, eat this serrano pepper now. And he's like, is it hot? I'm like, yeah. He's like, it's
back
fucking
to back?
rounds in both.
Back to back?
Yeah.
What a fucking...
I got a crazy story for you about that little shit. So we're at the Chinese restaurant one day, right? And I'm always trying to get him to eat stuff. So I didn't think he was going to do it. I broke off this piece of wasabi, bro, that was like that big.
Oof.
I'm like, I dare you to eat that. I'm like, I'll buy you something cool if you eat it. And he's like, really? And bro, as soon as he closed his mouth, his eyes went bloodshot and he started watering. And there's like 100 people in this place, bro. And he's like,
no way.
And I'm like, please do not puke on the plate. Please
swallow it now.
And then he fucking like takes a sip of soda and then like spits it back in. It's all green with floaties and shit. And the lady at the table next to us is like,
man, what's going on?
Like, should I call CPS or what? You know?
I think it's child abuse.
Then it passed, and he's like, man, Dad, that's pretty hard, but guess what? I did
it. You owe me, motherfucker.
Yeah, whip the wallet out, bitch.
No, you spit it out, man.
Yeah, right.
Yo.
I did that with the they put the ginger, like you get sushi. You get like the ginger. I didn't know what it was. I got that big old
wait, the pickled ginger, right?
Ooh, no, it's like straight ginger, whatever the hell they put on.
It's like little slivers. It's pickled. Yeah. That shit's good as fuck. You don't like that?
I did not aware of what it was.
Oh, so you weren't expecting that?
I wasn't expecting anything.
Because it's got a nice kick.
I was like, oh, was that boom boom sauce? The guy's like, no. Ooh.
Yeah, dude. I always end up eating everybody's ginger because it's supposed to cleanse the palate and it's good for the stomach.
Oh, it cleaned a lot of shit.
If you take those little dishes they have there, you put soy sauce in them, and then you mix the wasabi with the ginger in there. And it's awesome.
I don't care for wasabi. I never liked it.
Fucking love it. I love sushi.
Dude, it's not even because it's spicy. I mean, obviously, like I got reflux problems, so I got to stay away from spicy. But it's not that, man. I don't feel like it's that spicy. I just don't like the texture, and I don't think it tastes good at all. I don't think it tastes good at all. It tastes
like horseradish.
Yeah, it tastes like roided up horseradish. It's not good. I don't like horseradish. I think it's an unnecessary condiment.
I got a jar of horseradish in my cupboard.
Horseradish is angry mayonnaise, dude. That's all it is. I make
pickles with it.
I'm thirsty.
And a little bit of stevia, and
I'm gonna go get some water. So cut this part out or keep fucking. I don't care what you do. I'm just gonna go get a drink.
Yeah, because he can't handle.
Yo,
I got a hella cotton mouth, motherfucker. I just faced the whole stogie. What are you doing? Grow up.
I had to smoke that damn thing too. You was blowing it into my face like a bitch. God damn.
What kind of chew do you chew, Jason?
Stoker's.
Oh, do you?
If I got a chance, yeah, Stoker's.
Oh, you do straight, huh?
Yeah. Well, you can cut whatever. You need to send me your address. I'm gonna see if I can send some stuff to you.
Yes, let me know what you want for it.
I won't send you the crappy stuff. He gets that. But they'll be in 16-ounce plastic bottles. So, because there's ways you can ship it, I think. I just got to work on it. But
what you could do is you could buy, like, I could cash app you. You could buy like a 6-pack of Pepsi bottles and then just dump 2 of them out and pour it in, and then just leave the 6-pack together. You know,
well, we used to send stuff over to Iraq from my oldest son.
I don't know if you guys knew this, but I'm back. We can continue the show. I got my water and everything. We're good.
We did that with Listerine bottles.
Oh, really?
We couldn't send alcohol over there. So you put it in Listerine bottles because alcohol was not allowed in Iraq. Yeah, that ice sounds great.
You hear it?
Yeah,
My bad, dude.
But no,
I'm so hooked.
But the last time I flew out, they said it can't be anything over 140 on the airplane. So I went, okay. Really? I just won't send you like the popcorn.
Just remember, 1 on the ground, 3 in the air. Woo!
Because this got carbonation in it. So just in case it decides to pop.
Oh, explode.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I don't like that. I mean, I'll drink it, but this is better. This is what you did right here, the sweet tea.
Huh.
You should do this again, to be honest with you, because
Really?
It's getting me a buzz and it don't taste that bad. Listen, remember when I was telling you about the twisted tea whiskey, the Twisky?
Mm-hmm.
Not good, dude. I mean, it just tasted like the grown-up version of twisted tea, which I love. You know, I do. But, dude, Hangover City, like it fucked my stomach up. I must have, next day, I must have shat like 20 times because of that stuff. So this feels cleaner than that, though, dude. The Twisky had like a dirty buzz. Wasn't good.
Dude, I drank like 4 of these the other night.
What is that?
Big Little Thing IPA.
Yo,
Like
I don't think my body likes IPAs. I really don't. I don't know much about them. Are they supposed to be like, are they supposed to be better and are more cleaner? I know they're stronger, but
they're supposed to be like they're like, it's like this one says family owned and brewed, or family owned, operated, and argued over.
Nice.
And it's from where the fuck is it from? This one's from North Carolina.
That's more of a real beer. It's not a rice beer.
I'm only curious because
it's made with like and shit, not hops. I mean,
when I got on those Trulies and White Claws back then, because I was trying to lose some weight, so those things are basically just water, you know, and alcohol. And I remember I was like, "This is a godsend. I don't care if they're girly, you know. I've got
Did you lose weight?
Yeah, I was doing really well maintaining my physique because I was doing keto back then, and I dropped like 15 pounds, and I was trying to keep it down and keep going. So I was drinking White Claws and Trulies because, hey, your boy had no other option. You know what I mean? Or I was drinking vodka mixed with those little fucking ice seltzers, like just the flavored whatever.
Right.
We were doing that, and I remember those Trulies and those White Claws, man. I would get drunk on those. And I remember I'd wake up with the nastiest hangover. Like I just drank Mad Dog all night. And I remember thinking like, I'm getting fucking old, dude. These hangovers are whooping my ass, you know? And then I come to learn that those seltzers are just malt liquor. And that stuff's not good. That is Hangover City all day, no matter what it is, dude. Colt 45s, fucking
8 ball.
8 ball. I was just gonna say 8 ball, fucking anything like that, bro.
Reserve.
City. Mickey's is the same way, right? Mickey's beer. That's
I believe so.
In it.
You see them new Monster liquors? There's 4 different ones.
Are you talking about
the white one? The white one tastes just like the white Monster.
Did Monster make a seltzer?
No, they made their energy drink fucking malt liquor.
Yeah, it's like a seltzer. It's like a seltzer then.
No, it's a Monster, but with alcohol added to it.
You're a fucking monster every time you have alcohol.
What?
Sorry.
I was tore up playing Fortnite.
With
what?
Fork knife. I basically said that you're a mean drunk, Dylan, is all I was saying, and you didn't get it.
Am I?
I don't know. I don't remember. I was fucking hammered the last time I saw you in person. Yo, did you get my screenshot? There's going to be an Upchurch show in April.
No.
Speaking of,
dude, I wasn't a mean person. I was friends with everybody in that motherfucking place at the end of the night. Probably it could have been my personality, or it could have been I kept buying everybody free drinks.
Bro, it was a joke, not a dick. Don't take it so hard. I was kidding. Upchurch show. Are you going to be there?
Where?
At the Dallas Bowl where we met.
Again?
In April. Are you coming?
In April? Babe, you want to go to Florida in April?
Yes. You need to get this dresser too.
Yeah. Hey, he's got a sick ass like Victorian dresser.
You didn't even tell her yet?
No, I'm supposed to be surprised. You just broke surprise.
God damn it. You could have just played it off like no, it's for me and my bullshit.
She's gonna be like, why the fuck you going to Florida for a $50 dresser?
Because it's full of cocaine. Now quit asking questions.
Yeah, right. Watch, now I'm gonna get fucking checked by customs on my way back.
I don't even have an Instagram anymore because I was like, damn, I should be a smart ass and send her a picture of it so she can nag him to come fucking get it because I want it gone, but I can't do that anymore because Instagram's gone. Because I was defending women. Because I was defending women on Instagram, they shut it down. Because I'm like
Tom McDonald said, you want to glorify men beating women, just let them be women, then you can glorify a man beating a woman in sports.
Yo, there's a new movie coming out called Lady Ballers. Have you seen it?
There's a bunch of guys cross-dressing.
Yo, so
he wants to support it.
No, God damn it with your secret homo agenda, Jason.
He's bald, so he can pull the wig off easy. His hair
just admit it that you like men.
Just a few.
Lost my train of thought. Oh, yeah. So you remember how in that one video you spliced in the footage of Dylan Mulvaney?
Yeah.
On this episode, I want you to look up the trailer for the movie Lady Ballers, and I want you to splice that in here because we're talking about it. But, dude, they're making fun of the whole men and women sports thing. It's a Daily Wire production. You know the Daily Wire, right?
Yeah.
They're trying to normalize.
No, they're making fun of
men dressing up as women.
They're making fun of it.
They're trying to normalize it using comedy, trying to normalize it so society thinks it's okay and kids would love it and go watch it.
Have you ever heard of the Daily Wire?
Go ahead with your story, sir.
Have you heard of answer the question, sir?
On here,
have you heard of the Daily Wire?
On here, but not.
So you know who
I do not follow.
You know who Ben Shapiro is, and Matt Walsh, and Jeremy Boring.
Shapiro, yes,
that's the only one. And Candace Owens and all them, like Jordan Peterson.
Matt Walsh, he's a representative, isn't he, or a senator?
Matt Walsh? Yeah. No, he's a Daily Wire commentator.
Are you sure? Because that's the dude I'm pretty sure that has Biden's laptop shit on a flash drive.
No, you're thinking of, I don't know what, I honestly don't know who you're thinking about, but I'm talking about Matt Walsh from the Daily Wire. He's my spirit animal because he is just a tad bit more cynical than I am, and I aspire to reach that level one day.
Oh, American political spirit animal.
What?
Matt Welsh?
Another
Walsh.
Matt Welsh.
Walsh, dude.
No, that's not
look right. Here's the show.
Like Joe.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
Like you can fucking see that. What am I thinking?
Like Joe Walsh.
More moonshine. Joe Walsh. Yeah, he's got a mansion.
Yeah.
And a car he never drives.
That's who I'm thinking of.
Oh, Matt, yeah. Wait, dude, that was a far cry off from Matt Walsh.
They're both Matt.
Oh,
but one's 1T, one's 2T.
So I suppose you think that all white people look alike.
Yeah.
Oh.
Color-wise, yeah.
Okay. No, because Dylan looks a little pink, and I always kind of naturally have a tan.
I'm darker than both of you.
Are a mutant, sir.
Yeah.
You're a reptilian.
I look super white because of the light I have on.
Sure, buddy. I said you look pink. It's all that welding. You look like a pink face.
Yeah, you got sunburn.
World's worst welder.
Be honest, dude. You don't.
No.
Be honest. You don't always put your hood down, do you?
Be honest. Not if I'm tacking shit. I don't even close my eyes. Just stare right at it.
That's why his face is pink. So listen, my cousin and my uncle are welders, and you know how the welding burns your shirts, like bleaches them and shit? They wear every single shirt to work, so all their clothes look like that. So they just walk around with these welded, burned, like bleached shirts, and that's a fashion statement for them.
Yeah.
And when you're like, hey, wear something nice at least, they put on the black one, and it's all like faded right here, and the rest of it's black, you know. And I'm like, hey, dude, I said something nice. They're like, yeah, I'm wearing a black shirt. And I'm like, dude, it's fucking scarred. It's from welding. That's the nicest shirt you have.
Well, can we get back to talking about normalizing trans men?
Oh, yeah. So anyway, the movie Lady Ballers, dude, you have to see it because they're making fun of men and women's sports. So basically the plot is these dudes suck at life and they're bad sports people. So they're like, hey, did you know that we just identify as something else and do sports? And they were like, no way. And they were like, we're going to dominate this shit. And like, they show clips of like, I think it's like fighting. And it was like biological man versus a woman, but identifies as a woman. So as soon as it starts, he just fucking knocks her like Tyson punches her right out of the thing. And the whole movie's about that, you know? Yeah. And then there's another clip where Jeremy Boring's in his car talking to his daughter. He's like, so how was school? And then she starts going off about all this woke shit. It was like, yeah, today we learned about the other 70 genders and this and that. So it's a movie making fun of all this shit. And I was like, damn, I want to see that. That's going to be funny as fuck. It's already made the news, dude. Fucking transphobic movie because Ted Cruz is in it. He makes a cameo.
Oh, Oh, okay.
Hey,
Yeah,
I got one funny. Well, I'm gonna put this in so it goes in. Give me 1 second. I'll share my screen. This shit's funny. Since you say all that, dude, South Park's way ahead of everybody.
Oh yeah, they've been on it.
Didn't they do one where everybody's like growed up and cross dressed or something?
Yeah, yeah. They all transitioned.
No, you'll like this one. Hold on. Yeah, I love that. Oh no, don't play that shit.
I was
that Jesse the Body.
I was thinking about it because I quit watching South Park years ago, and I was wondering if they had gone woke. And then I've been seeing the controversy because they refuse to do so. You know, over the years they've been making fun of everything, and people are like, "Yo, it's South Park. They make fun of everything. They have been forever. Let it go." And people are like, "No, that's a big deal. You can't do that." And it's like, dude, they made fun of fucking Britney Spears and Kurt Cobain. Like Kurt Cobain's character is just a jaw. You know what I mean? Like they're gonna make fun of everything. Let it go.
Well, I made fun of Rob Schneider. Fucking.
It's crazy how I never
guy does the same shit.
Yeah, I never thought about it before until they started pointing it all out, and it's kind of ruined it for me because now when I watch like a movie or a show, it's like, damn, I can't believe they just said that. Before it was like, because you ever seen like the Chappelle Show or like Key and Peele, and then you go back and watch them, and it's like, I can't believe they could say that not even that long ago, you know? Yeah. And now, like that's my brain now, you know. I'm like, I'm sure that's going to piss somebody off.
That was woke as fuck, wasn't it? Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yes.
The new Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I just asked my wife because I couldn't remember. Dude, it is one of the most woke movies I've ever seen.
How new is it?
Let me look. Like last year, I think.
Really? I didn't know it was one. The last one I saw had Jessica Biel in it, and that was years ago. And
so were they using battery powered chainsaws?
Gunny was still alive. Yeah, electric chainsaws, dude, to cut down on emissions.
Yeah, it was 2022.
It would be so funny if they were cranking up an electric chainsaw and they were like, because of emissions, like, and now I'm gonna kill you, you know.
It had Sarah Yarkin, Elsie Fisher, and Mark Burnham.
Well, first got to ask you if I can hurt you.
Yeah, do you consent to this mutilation?
It's like, dude, it's like the most. Yeah, it was so bad, bro.
What were the woke talking points? Like the basic shit.
It was like black shit and stuff like that. Like black and white shit.
Speaking of Key and Peele, right? You ever watch that show?
No.
Like you never heard of Key and Peele or Jordan Peele and Keegan something? Forget his name.
No.
You never heard of those guys?
Oh.
Well, they had a show for 3 seasons on Comedy Central, and it was like a Chappelle show. I remember Chappelle made a joke about it. He's like, fucking Key and Peele trying to take over my shit on Comedy Central, motherfucker. You know, he was going on about it. It was like a joke, but dude, the show is not that old, probably the last decade, but man, they were unhinged on there. They were dropping N-bombs like unedited, like the hard R and everything.
Wow.
It was crazy because because they're mixed, and I always thought at least Peele was racist because of that movie Get Out, and I never saw it, but I saw the previews for it, and I was like, what is this woke racist shit? You know, typical fucking Hollywood, making the white people look bad, like, oh, the innocent black dude, blah, blah, blah. I was like, yeah, well, fuck this woke shit, dude. So I finally decided to check out Key and Peele, the show, and I get it now. I never knew this, but they're both mixed, so they both got white moms, right?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
And their show makes fun of everybody, like black and white. Mm-hmm. And the stuff they do for black people on there, which we were talking about earlier, like the slave trade, they were pissed off because nobody was buying them, and they were buying like obviously weaker slaves than them.
Right.
And I was like, oh, I get it now, dude. This whole time I thought it was some racist shit. Like, I don't want to watch that fucking, you know, I'm just gonna make fun of white people the whole time. No, dude, that's not what it is. They make fun of everything. So I feel stupid for sleeping on that show for so long because it's funny as shit.
Well, you can binge watch it.
I am. All 3 seasons right now, dude. As soon as we end this shit, I'm going right back to binging it.
Right back to Benjamin. Why are you going back to Benjamin?
Well, because I don't care for Jason. Fucking loser.
He is. I don't know why y'all hang out with him.
There's a movie on Netflix, dude. I'm trying to remember what it was.
Like I look like the redneck.
It's like super conservative. It's funnier than hell.
American guy.
Excuse me?
I got the rebel flag on my side. You got don't tread on me on your side. So you look like the red-blooded American. I look like the racist redneck.
Good. Stay on your side. Go back to where you came from.
Took our jobs.
Yeah, so I originally didn't want the rebel flag in the podcast, but I kind of can't help it. So they're just gonna have to. Y'all are just gonna have to deal with it, dude.
Take her down.
We're gonna have to. Well, because I know how YouTube is, man. It doesn't even matter if the people are cool with it. YouTube will still have a problem with it. You know, they'll shadow, but you know what shadow banning is. They'll fucking see shit like that and shadow ban your ass, but it's not a full shot, so they don't exactly know what it is. And we said rebel flag, so they don't know what that means. We could be talking about Star Wars or some shit.
Yeah.
Dylan's over there with his douche flute. Hey man, why don't you chew some tobacco like a man?
Why don't you rot? Yeah, why don't you
rot? My teeth are already screwed. So,
bro, it doesn't rot your teeth out.
Mine got bad because it got under my teeth. I know a guy. Find this movie that I want you to watch, bro. It's conservative and it is fucking funny.
Is it Run, Hide, Fight?
No, it's about this son. His dad dies. He finds out that he has like 2 siblings, and the 2 siblings are trying to get the inheritance from him, but he has to he has to do stunts to get the inheritance. And it's funnier than hell. It's super conservative.
Stunts like Jackass.
Yeah, it's funnier than shit. Trust me. I'm trying to find it.
Were we talking about the new Saw movie on the last episode?
I don't know, but it was great. I loved it.
I thought it was pretty good. Bloodboarding. How about that?
What is it?
Bloodboarding at the end of the new Saw movie.
Oh yeah.
When they were doing bloodboarding, that was some wild shit. That made me a little queasy, you know, because they kept showing it going in. You see it?
No, it's just like waterboarding but with blood.
Yeah, so they rigged up. I mean, you should have probably seen it by now if you're listening, but it's like a
spoiler alert.
Yeah, spoiler alert.
It's like like a V table, right? Meant for 2 people.
It was like a seesaw.
Like a seesaw kind of thing, but it was kind of like inverted a little bit, but strap 2 people to one side or on their side, and there's a lever. And when you're tired of getting like waterboarding, but with blood, and there's a spout over both of y'all.
And so provides the blood?
Whoever is getting bloodboarded takes it until they can't take it anymore. They pull the lever, and then it switches and moves them out of the way, and then the other person gets bloodboarded. So it's a grown man and a little kid. So the grown man wants to take most of it. Well, dude, I'm trying to leave some, mystery here.
Oh,
trying not to totally spoil it.
Alert.
Yeah, I know, but it's just a scene. I'm not trying to give all of it away. God damn it, Dylan. Fuck it.
Well, too bad.
So Jigsaw's on one side, little Mexican kid's on the other side, doesn't even speak English. And Jigsaw's trying to be like, well, I'm going to be the hero and get all bloodboarded. And the little kid feels bad, so he's pulling the lever and he's getting bloodboarded. And Jigsaw's like, stop pulling the lever. So then he pulls the lever and he's getting bloodboarded. And then the kid's like, no, because that translates.
He holds it so the kid can't.
So Jigsaw's got his hand on it. Meanwhile, he's got fucking blood going all up in his mouth and he's gargling it. And I'm like, ugh. Because I don't want to see that shit. But yeah, that was one part. That was a wild part of the movie. And I'm thinking to myself, I know he's responsible for a lot of people dying, but how did he get so much blood? Because it goes on for a good while. They really were fucking sparing with this bloodboarding shit. It's like one of those unnecessary things like sex scenes in movies where it's you can imply it. You don't have to show it. I don't really want to see no softcore shit going on in a movie. My mother's here, Hey mom, you want to watch this movie? I hear good things. And then there's an unnecessary sex scene. And it's like, cool. We get to watch 2 actors dry hump to try and enjoy this movie when they could have just implied it,
Yeah, it's stupid.
I fucking hate it so much. Crazy. Because
yeah, but why do you have the Pringles can in the pizza box at the same time while you're watching the movie with your?
So the reason I know you're lying is because I wouldn't do that. I would use I would fill 2 gloves with hot water. So I've been to prison. I know how to do this. You fill 2 gloves with hot water and tie them off.
No,
and then
the Pringles can you put
dude. Nope, it's not the same. So
Oh,
when you
okay.
fill the 2 gloves with hot water, you take a third empty glove and you put it in between the 2, and then you roll them up in a towel and then stretch the cuff of the empty glove over the towel.
Talking about.
The
That's what he's
pizza
talking
box.
about, bro. You're like,
Yeah, I know.
he's talking about cutting a hole in the bottom of the Pringles can in the pizza box.
Why?
So when they reach
You
in there
never
to get
seen Big Sausage
Who's they?
Party?
Who's they, Jason?
whoever you watching the movie with.
Said I was watching it with my mother, you sick fuck. My mommy watches this podcast, so why are you talking that way?
I said nothing about your mommy.
I said I was.
Your mother.
We were talking about Pringles and
Mother.
Domino's, bro.
Yeah, and I said unnecessary sex scenes while I'm trying to watch a movie with my mother. You sick fucker. He's off the show, dude. See, he's been pushing it for the longest time. I draw the line at incest. Unnecessary. You don't have to act like one of those people just because you look like one of those people,
I didn't
dude.
say that.
I make moonshine and I have a kissing cousin. What do you mean you don't do stuff with your mother in a Pringles can? What a loser.
I said nothing about your
You
mother.
implied it.
You brought your. I did not imply that you brought your mother into this. Cheat your eyes.
I was worried about you being a violent drunk, but I'm getting a little unhinged over here because you're testing my limits.
And
You're gonna
Dylan,
snap me at 3 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, I'm gonna beat up Jason.
hey, and he's between me and the door. So who's got to fight his way out?
We need a new house because me and Jason aren't friends anymore over something stupid.
I'll still come over and piss you off.
Checked all my Pringles cans before he left.
Yeah, dude, I had some leftover pizza I was looking forward to. Now there's a fucking hole in it for some reason.
Luckily, they got short Pringle cans.
Yeah, for you.
yeah, luckily
Yeah, right.
For your chode.
Hey, you know.
If your hand's too big or your thing's too small, one of the two.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, come on. What is that movie?
What a rush.
Dave,
Put
what
in
movie did we
conservative
watch?
movie and see
Forget
what
that
pops
movie.
up.
What was that
I have
movie?
I have
Movie we
exciting
watched?
news, by the way. I got a new banger. I recorded a new banger the other night.
The Hellstar one.
Hellstar?
That's not what it's called, but a girl who was like on Hellstar.
Dylan is phoning
Ron
a friend.
Missy?
He's using a lifeline right
I
now.
see that.
Yeah, it must be nice to have a lifeline.
Have you seen that movie, Wrong Missy?
No. Oh, Wrong Missy?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. David Spade, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good film.
Dude, that shit's funny.
It is.
My name's Hellstar.
I don't really care. I don't really care for that actress. But
Oh,
it
I
is
do.
a
I
good,
think she's
it's a
funny
good
as hell.
movie. I don't really think a lot of women are funny. Like Amy Schumer, not funny.
Is that the
Ada
Tammy
Wong.
chick?
No, yeah, she's not funny.
No. Chelsea. Her name's Chelsea. She's funny.
Chelsea Handler?
No, dude, she's not funny at all.
I
I
was like,
fucking
who the
hate
hell
that
you
chick. No, dude, Trailer Trash Tammy, the chubby chick that always wears like the Reba
Oh,
shirts
dude,
and
she's
does all
funny.
the funny stuff.
Yeah, cigarette?
The 40-pound
Y'all
boobs.
got a cigarette? That chick.
You got the 40-pound boobs.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
she's funny, but a lot of these chicks like Amy Schumer, like Ada Wong,
Yeah, Amy Schumer is not funny at all.
dude, her more than half of the audience walked out of her Tampa show a few years back, and it was the best thing I've ever heard, like in terms of
Really?
stuff like that. Yeah, they were like, this bitch ain't funny. What the fuck are we doing here? She's not
Wow.
funny, and she steals a lot of her jokes.
No.
I think she stole a couple
really?
from Aries Spears. They were exposing that. I think I don't know if it was Rogan or some other comedian, but they were, because you remember there was that whole controversy with Joe Rogan and Carlos Mencia because Mencia was stealing people's jokes, and Joe Rogan called him out live for it. You never saw that?
No.
Oh, dude. Well, you remember when the show Mind of Mencia was a thing, right?
Yeah.
Back on Comedy Central back in the day.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Before Joe Rogan was like, you know, who he is now, he was still just like the Fear Factor guy, and he's always been a comedian. But
Right.
there was one night, man, where Mencia was on stage and Rogan got up there and called his ass out in front of the whole crowd. And he was like, you're a fucking joke thief. Yeah. Why do you do this? Like, you disgrace comedy when you do things like that. If you're going to use other people's jokes, credit them, like shit like that.
Yeah.
Mencia's like, I didn't steal anybody's shit. And Rogan came with receipts. And he's like, really? Because I know 3 of your friends who would disagree. And he fucking had them there. You know, like, who told this joke and when? Oh, and then you told this joke then after the fact? You're stealing jokes, buddy. And then Mencia just kind of disappeared. After that, he got blackballed, dude. I mean, it's not really blackballing if you get called on your shit and you're lying, you know. But Amy Schumer's doing the same thing. She stole some shit from Aries Spears and some other famous funny motherfuckers. That's not cool, man. You know, like you can do stuff like that in hip hop. You know, you can use other people's lines, and like Eminem's done it. Like on the when he was dissing MGK and he was like, I'd rather be 80-year-old me than 20-year-old you. That's a Jay-Z bar, you know. He's done that for the longest. Dude, there's a lot of Eminem lines that are iconic that are recycled from older rap songs, man. I do it sometimes. I did a freestyle where I was like, give me the mic, I got a flow to recite. I'm a cold white boy, but it ain't Vanilla Ice. When originally the line is an Eminem bar, and he says, give me the mic, I got a flow to recite. 2 Timothy Whites and a bottle of Vikes. I just changed it a little bit. But I mean, if you know hip hop, you know where that came from. You know, and if anybody asks me, they're like, yo, that's a hard bar. Like, well, I'd be like, yeah, it's a little bit of Eminem, and then I changed it a little bit. You know, rappers can do that, but comedians, man, you can like don't be doing that, dude. You know?
Yeah, I mean, you can take the premise and change it up to kind of match your story.
Well, because hip hop is like, you know, hip hop started as samples. That's how it's of songs that were already around. You know, they'd give you the 45 with the instrumental on the back, and people would make hip hop tracks out of it. And hip hop nowadays, like hip hop was, you know, samples turned into hip hop, and now hip hop is samples of samples further turned into hip hop. Right. So hip hop's already like bitten off of something and changed a little bit.
Where they say nothing can ever be created again because everything's already been created.
Pretty much. I mean, there's nothing really new anymore.
Everything is just recycled.
Every movie idea, every song idea,
just recycled.
You know, every gimmick. Fucking, I really get a kick out of it because I remember when Eminem was like, "Yeah, I got multiple personalities and they all rap." You know, I'm Slim Shady, I'm Marshall Mathers, and I'm fucking what's the third one? There's a third one. Slim Shady, Marshall Mathers, Eminem. Yeah, that's his third personality. So he's like, yeah, they all do different stuff, you know. Eminem's more sentimental, Slim Shady's more crazy and he kills everybody, and Marshall Mathers is just Marshall Mathers. That's just real life shit, you know, right. Like Lose Yourself, that was Marshall Mathers. So that's already been done, but you see other rappers doing it like, oh, I got multiple personalities and this one raps about this and this. It's like, all right, dude, Eminem, okay, been done.
Well, I mean, if it's been done and made millions, I mean,
doesn't mean it'll work for you.
No, but if you don't do something, it's not going to work for you.
I mean,
your first song compared to your last song, I'm sure there's some similarities, but I'm sure it's changed and progressed over time. Actually,
I don't think so, man, because I'm still doing kind of when I listened to the first music I ever did, it was I was talking about it was always high energy. I don't like to make sad songs. Every now and then I'll make like a breakup song or, you know, something deep, like Overthinking. I just recently put that one because that was I was overthinking for a minute. I was going through some dark shit, and then I made that song and I moved on. Or like
a little bit of plugging going on there.
No going back. That's a breakup song, and you know, it just kind of worked. I didn't even really mean to make a breakup song, but kind of worked out that way. Like that's the vibe I got from the beat, and I was like, I mean, dude, this sounds like a breakup beat, and I break up with a lot of bitches, so I'm gonna make a breakup song, you know. But for the most part, I've always gravitated towards like high energy bangers. It's something that you could just throw on and drink or smoke to and just vibe, like party to. That's the kind of shit. So I've always been consistent with that vibe. The only thing that's actually changed is the quality and the ability, because I've definitely gotten better. I've definitely improved at my craft, you know.
I hope so.
Well, you should. I mean, you're never just going to get good at something and be like, all right, that's the formula, because it's always changing. There's always some area of improvement, something different you could do, something you could try and excel at or improve on,
or change the way you're thinking or whatever, or another group you want to reach out to.
Experiment with different voices, different sounds, different styles, you know. And I've always kind of liked to just whatever beat sounds good, because you know how like you got Dirty South hip hop, you got New York style hip hop, you got all kinds of different styles of the same music, and people tend to stick to that, man. I don't like to do that, dude. If there's a hot New York beat, I'll jump on it because I grew up listening to that. Mm-hmm. Or if there's like a straight up West Coast banger, like some Tupac or Dr. Dre sounded shit, I'll jump on that. I'll spit some bars on that. Dirty South shit all day, dude. And some people are like, you really need to pick a style, pick a sound. I'm like, why though? I grew up listening to all kinds of different styles. So why
they got to put you in a genre? today's world, you got to be one thing.
I guess, man. And everybody's like, "Oh yeah, you're a country rapper." I'm like, "No, I'm not. I'm just a redneck who raps." I'm like, "Yeah, but that makes you a country rapper." It's like, but 1 minute I'm doing country rap, the next minute I'm doing like some New York shit. You know, like, no, you can't be doing that. You got to pick one sound. I'm like, why though, dude? You know, as an artist, if you can do it, fucking do it. You shouldn't be boxed in. I don't believe the whole point of being an artist and doing music is to express yourself and break away from all the restraints of society and all that shit. And you're trying to put more restraints on something I'm using to try to escape the restraints.
Mm-hmm. So it can make them feel happy because they know where to look for you at.
That sucks. I'm not down with that.
You gotta lose yourself into music.
I mean, but if you look at Eminem, for example, he's got songs where he's killing people and raping his own mother. And then he's got other songs where he's not afraid.
Yeah, I'm going to say he's not afraid.
He's not afraid.
You know? So what? He should have stuck with one thing, right?
Yeah.
Just one thing, killing people.
Dude, like going from like 3 a.m. to not afraid.
Yeah.
I totally signed off.
A flashlight up Kim Kardashian's ass.
Dude, he's a pedophile, bro. He talks in 3 a.m. about jerking off to 12-year-old Miley Cyrus.
Yeah. I mean, dude, they all are, man. And that's why it's not even surprising that he's a Trump hater, because he's on Epstein's list. He's one of the people on Epstein's list.
Yeah, I don't know. He's a weirdo. I don't like him.
He's an idiot, man. I used to love Eminem, man. When I was growing up, I used to love that dude. He was an inspiration. He was cool. His music was dope, like the Slim Shady LP and all that shit, like that crazy shit, you know? Like, yeah, you're not supposed to listen to Eminem, but we are because we're fucking, our parents aren't around all the time, you know?
But then he had to go with the Illuminati, and, you know, he wanted to be successful.
It's shame. It's a damn shame, man, you know?
So you got to do what they want you to do.
Tom Hanks is a pedophile. He's an official resident of Greece now. What are you running from, bro? Huh? Why'd you leave America so fast and become a resident of Greece so fast?
That's where Wilson was at.
Yeah. Wilson's underage.
They say that he is he's in Australia.
He's in Greece.
Oh, maybe that's what it is then.
You ever hear about his son? Chet Hanks. He looks like a Chet, straight up. But he's a rapper too. Chet Hanks is a bodybuilder, influencer, rapper kind of guy, and he doesn't like to be known as Tom Hanks's son. He likes to do his own thing, and he's really religious, but it's weird the way he does it because he's an asshole. So like a typical religious person.
Is it religious or spiritual?
He's very Christian, and there was one video I saw. First of all, I like the guy because he's an asshole. And I like the fact that he talks shit about his dad and Hollywood and all that. And he keeps it real because he did that song. He did a song called White Boy Summer. And in that song, he faked a Jamaican accent because the whole vibe was like this beachy, like reggae sound and hip hop.
Okay.
And he was being interviewed about it by a black chick. And she was like, so what do you think about the reaction to this song? People are saying you're like a culture vulture, like it's racist because you called it White Boy Summer and like you're faking the Jamaican accent. And he's like, you're talking about the social justice warriors? And she was like, I don't know. And he's like, oh, take a hike. And then he grabs his mug and sips it. And as he's going for a sip, he's like, you know, like brushing him off, dude. Like, I don't care that you're offended. And the chick was like offended that he did that.
I think a light just went off.
Oh yeah, it's the fish tank light. It's on timer.
Okay. I was like, dude, man.
They only get 8 hours.
I'm like, dude, the door kind of creeped open and then the light shut off. Like, all right, I'm out.
Listen, don't
I'm out, babe. I'm out, Bubba.
Just don't acknowledge it and it won't bother you. Dude.
Hey, if it's paying rent, it can stay. If it ain't paying rent, it's got to go.
Well,
right.
It doesn't bother me. So, you know, don't antagonize it.
Like I said, honestly, it was a door creep open and then the light shut off.
And door creep open, fucking light shut off. It's a goddamn.
No, man, we got to go.
It was a goddamn hoodoo. What is it? A hoodoo?
A voodoo hoodoo.
Voodoo hoodoo. Chasing down a hoodoo there.
That's when them voodoo rangers are coming in.
Oh, dude, I gotta stay away from those, man. That's how Dylan gets 4 a.m. Snapchats.
You still trying to find that movie?
Yeah, dude, it's so good.
I feel like this is the equivalent of me trying to fuck with my camera the whole episode.
Hey Dylan, so you mess with Baker tanks?
What?
Baker tanks. I seen one of your on your profiles. It looked like you were standing in front of some tanks. We call them Baker tanks. Baker is a manufacturer. But
you mean a frac tank?
Yeah, Baker.
Yeah, that's pretty much all I deal with.
Yeah, we call them Bakers. But Baker is a manufacturer, or I don't know about a manufacturer.
Yeah, they got Baker, they got Dragon, they got
down here is Baker.
Is it?
Pretty much. Yeah. We did a lot of those with the environmental cleanup, open tops, closed tops, shit like that.
I do
shrimp stew, shrimp gumbo, shrimp sandwich, shrimp kebabs.
I do I blend acid, so
tight, dude. I've done that before. Hell yeah.
Actually,
it's a wild ride.
Well, we were talking about that earlier, but we won't get into that.
Jason wants to be a connoisseur of the mushrooms.
But I always was, because to me it was economics. When I started smoking, that was a $10 bag, that was a $40 bag.
You're talking about a lid?
4 fingers. So
5-finger lid.
So when all the marijuana would hit, the price of acid would drop to about $2 a hit.
Oh,
so
really?
You buy all of it that you could, right? And you just sit on it. So then when the pot started running out, because they had some bust or you just run it out, close it in a month, now you're charging $5 to $7. Something you spend $2 on.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And okay, so even if I spend $5 for a hit, I'm high for 12 hours. It's economics, man.
I don't like acid. I fucking hate acid.
It's all economics, brother.
I do not like acid. I don't know how y'all can do that shit.
But, it was weird. Like, I took the same amount as all my buddies. They would hallucinate. I never have. Now, everything was intense. Like, the music was intense. I couldn't sit still. We got to go. All my veins are popping up, look like a bodybuilder. You know what I mean? But it was just intense. But, hey, do you see that dragon? No, there ain't no fucking dragon there. All right? The fuck's wrong with you? Just stop.
It'll really show you how weak your mind is. I feel like the people who hallucinate easier have a weak mind.
Now, graduation night, we went over to Daytona Beach. They said me and my buddy was standing in the ocean, which was kind of weird, walking into the ocean at night and watching yourself disappear.
I wouldn't do it.
I'm like,
nope.
But they said, hey, it's time. We got to go home because we had to throw papers that night. We used to throw papers. It's like, dude, we only been here like 10 minutes. I said, no, y'all been in there for 4 hours. I'm like, no, man, we ain't been here. You've been here 4 hours because his girlfriend would watch us. So she would sit and the waves would kind of always move you. Damn. So she'd move with us. So we knew where we were at.
I fucking found it after all this time.
Very good.
Now we got to pretend to care because he works so hard on it.
I know. Yeah. That's what the parents do for the children. Okay.
The children. He is the youngest member of the Sykes Ward podcast. Young Jamie, young Dylan.
Hey, Opie, what'd you find?
YD, Opie Taylor.
What'd you find, Opie?
I'll show it to you.
I'll show it to you.
It's like a science project. I don't know if it's gonna be good enough, but here you go. Hot water boils faster than cold water.
Jason is such an asshole. That is my job. You're supposed to be the relief.
Oh, okay.
Who's the relief? We're all a bunch of assholes here.
Every now and again, I got to throw in, Now you can't. Did he really find it? Or did he just?
Yeah, I thought I had my camera working all those times too.
But anyway,
play the movie on the stream. The whole movie.
Actually, talking about blending acids, we were doing a chromium facility that got closed down in Tennessee.
Yeah.
A chrome plating facility. And so we had all the drums recra empty, which means you pump them down, but there's still residual in there. So you got your bases, your acids, and your neutrals. So you can't mix stuff that doesn't like it. So I'm standing in a kiddie pool on some pallets, pressure washing, right? Pressure washing the drums out. And we got on booties, Tyvek with booties, right? I'm like, why is my foot getting hot? This ain't, oh, shit. Well, about that time of when the other guys come running by me, I mean running. He's trying to get these clothes off. I'm like, what the hell? Then my foot starts burning, so I run outside through the booties. Whatever this was, it was like a red something because he got into the same stuff. Went through the rubber booties, went through my leather boots. And I still got acid burns on my feet.
You don't know what type it was?
Nope.
Because I know, the obvious ones like sulfuric and muriatic, they'll get on your skin, but it'll irritate it. But
nothing should have ate through those rubber booties.
Yeah, natural rubber is like one of the most chemical resistant things out there.
But so when I got my boot off, you could watch the boot was actually dissolving right in front of me.
And you never figured out what it was.
Don't know what kind of acid it was. So
I got burns from hydrochloric, right there. That's just from fumes.
Well, that's what you get for having a fucking nautical star on you.
Yeah, I got it. Well, it's hard to see, but I got what? That's from one little drop of that acid.
Dylan,
it was right there. One little drop.
That looks like you got stabbed. That looks like you got stabbed in the hand.
That's
what? I feel like everybody has a nautical star story.
Dude, I fucking had it before it was cool. Okay, I
got
one.
Dude. What
was that meant?
I got one because Ryan Dunn had one.
You're like 31, dude. So there was definitely people doing it before you. So.
Yeah, but I got one because Ryan Dunn had one. That's why I have two of them.
What's the meaning behind it though? I never knew the meaning behind it.
I don't either. I just always do it to be a douchebag.
It means like finding. Hold on. It's something about like finding your way home. Hold on.
And the little swallow birds that the girls get
on their hip.
Yeah. What the?
That's just horseshit.
I'm glad they do swallow.
Yeah.
That girl will never get pregnant.
So the nautical star is a symbol of hope, direction, and courage.
Okay, so it is
people that face danger in their life.
Okay, so it is a real thing. The nautical star is.
It's meant to represent Polaris.
When you got that, were you wearing your Affliction T-shirt too?
No. I've never bought one of those pieces.
I am the danger.
Either that or well, when I got it, the tap out was like everybody was wearing tap out shit.
Bro, I could have gone pro if I wouldn't have blew my knee out.
Motherfuckers hurt themselves trying to put the shirt on. Okay, you're like, no, dude, take that off, please,
bro.
Please take it off.
Listen, I was at a gas station years ago, and I found a cologne bottle on the ground at the gas pump, and it said Affliction on it, and I smelled it. And I was like, that don't smell too bad, dude. And I fucking was wearing it for a while, and somebody was like, why do you smell like a fucking douchebag? And I was like, I'm not wearing Axe or Old Spice or anything. I'm fucking wearing Affliction. And they were like, Affliction? And that's when I learned. I was like, "What? Yeah, what's wrong with Affliction?" And they were like, "Oh, dude!" And then they showed me all these fucking dudes with their Affliction shirts, like those guys. They're like, "You're wearing that, you fucking poser!" And I was like, "Ugh."
Here, I'll show you the preview.
I'll just put some Crisco on.
No,
Run it underwater.
Just give me a minute, okay? Just give me a minute.
Kiss it.
Ow! 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 Come on!
Oh, that's fucking Badger from Breaking Bad.
I think I need stitches. Oh my
God, I love that guy.
It's a paper cut. Who cares, right? Can we just move on? Open the letter.
Wow.
What is wrong with you? You are mean.
Yeah, man. Have a little compassion.
Yeah, man.
It's a paper cut.
It sounds like
in
Jason.
60 seconds, he's not even going to remember it happened.
This is not something you forget. This is something that happened to me.
Oh, yeah? What hand is it on?
Well, I feel like it was over here.
Yeah, it was your right hand because you're a righty.
No, I was holding it with my right hand.
Oh.
It was that hand.
We should reenact it.
Yeah, here.
Oh, my God. No, stop. Don't need to do that. Let's move forward.
This does look
Open the
funny.
Okay, I'll open the letter.
Not like that again. Oh.
Dear Beauregard, that's me. Congratulations on making it to the beautiful Lucas Oil Speedway. Is that where we are?
That's where we are. We're at Lucas Oil Speedway.
How did he know where we were going to be?
He sent you here.
Is he psychic?
Is my dad psychic?
No, please continue.
Still, that's weird, though.
Oh, fuck.
Makes you think.
But they like, dude, that lawyer guy will say shit.
What's the
and
name of
they'll
that
be like,
movie?
Wheels of Fortune.
Wheels of Fortune.
Yeah, and
That seems like it'd be pretty funny.
There's one part where the lawyer guy's like saying shit. They're having like a meltdown, and he like is trying to mitigate it, and he's like, it's not that big of a deal. Just calm down. He looks at him. He's like, are you liberal? Dude, it's super conservative, bro. That's why, and it's so funny. I'm surprised
Netflix tried to body check him. I like how she liked to body check him. Poof, and he didn't even. He's like, whatever.
Yeah. It's a paper cut. What is wrong with you?
What hand? I think it was. I felt like it was in this area.
Yeah. So you've seen Breaking Bad, right?
It.
That's Badger. That guy is Badger on Breaking Bad.
Okay.
Remember, like the side characters, Jesse Pinkman's friends, Skinny Pete and Badger.
He was the one that got shot, right?
Badger.
Yeah.
They pretty much all got shot.
Badger was the one that did the killing, right?
No, Combo got shot.
Oh yeah,
they had another homie, Combo, with like a really skinny mohawk.
More white hoodies and shit.
He got shot by a little kid on a bicycle.
Yeah.
Yo, you know what I think is funny on that show? Speaking of Breaking Bad, is when they did the prequel, and they had Todd on there, but Todd got hella fat since the show ended. And they were it was supposed to be earlier when he was younger. And it's like, yo, this motherfucker looks older and fatter. You're doing a bad job with the prequel right now, son. Todd, you should have fucking got the memo.
Well, when I first started watching it, it was when it first came out, he's a school teacher.
Yeah.
Found out he has some kind of cancer.
Yeah.
And it was going a little bit slow for me. So I missed a few episodes, and then it just blew up. And I was just like, whatever.
I have met people who don't like that show, and I don't understand, because that was a real good show. First of all, they kept it short. I think 4 or 5 seasons.
Yeah.
But dude, it was so good. Like the storyline was awesome, and I mean, some of it got a little, far fetched or just like out of control. But whatever, dude. But it was a good fucking show.
Dude, like I grew up around that shit. They show you like the whole meth trade, and it's pretty fucking accurate.
Oh yeah, like, straight up.
The out there they're trying to steal the farmers' ammonia nitrate or anhydrous ammonia in the tanks, and they're trying to. There was remember the 2 kids that they died over here trying to drill into it?
No, I didn't hear about that.
It's been a while, but underneath by Dallas Bull, that bridge that goes over to.
Do you think it's because of the show? Because it's an old show.
They were trying. Somebody told them that there was anhydrous ammonia line that goes underneath that bridge, so they took a drill and they drilled into the natural gas line.
Fucking idiots.
Yeah.
Anhydrous. Yeah, they literally just cut you right in half. But anhydrous
is that what happened? They just got obliterated.
They unlocked themselves.
Pressure will cut you right in half.
Lovely.
Luckily it didn't blow up. But right there by the Dallas Bull, that bridge.
Stupid
not the blue line that goes over it. There's sewer lines that go underneath the bridge. They hang from underneath the bridge. That's the water line, the big blue one you see. But they drilled into the gas line, trying to get stuff to cut the meth with.
I don't know why, but that just made me think about the time when I was a kid.
To cool it with anhydrous, because anhydrous is also what's used in like all your commercial refrigeration systems, like grocery stores. So they use it to cool meth too.
And the farmers use it to poison the ground to kill all the bugs.
I just want you guys to know that I am guilty of blackface. You just sparked a memory with me.
Well, it's been a good run.
There's no proof other than what I'm about to admit.
Somebody will come up with it.
When I was a kid, I took some garden shears and I decided it was a cool idea to throw it at a can of spray paint. The spray paint was dark brown.
Okay.
So when you throw garden shears point first at a can of spray paint, it explodes all over you. So I was wearing a sleeveless shirt and shorts. So from my face to the rest of my body, the front of me was dark brown. So I remember, and I didn't know anything about blackface back then or nothing, dude. I just came home, and I've talked about my stepdad before. So I came home and I looked like this, and it was perfect. Like, it got me all the way. And I remember I walked through the door, and my stepdad's like, "What's up, Leroy?" Like every time he mentioned a black person, their name was Leroy. He was just making up black people named Leroy, but it was like the punchline for every time he talked about a black person. So he'd be like, "What's up, Leroy?" And I was like, "I don't understand."
Leroy Jenkins.
He's like doing a little blackface, are we? And I was like, "What?" I was like, "How do I get this off of me, dude?" He's like, "What did you even do?" And I was like, I fucking threw the.
I did a thing.
I threw the thing at the thing. He's like, "You did what?" I was like, "I threw the fucking garden shears at the spray paint. I was outside doing stuff, you know. You bitching me about not going outside, and I was outside." And he's like, "Dude, you fucking." He's like, "Dude, get in the fucking shower," and he hands me all these things. He's not even. I'm pretty sure he's drunk and just handing me stuff. He's like, "Here's a scrub brush, and here's some chemical, like some soap, and just use all this shit in the scrub brush." So I was in there.
This is fucking Drano. Yeah, just put it on.
You know, I'm in there just scrub like the scrub brush, like just fucking like I keep checking like in the mirror, like I'm scrubbing. Dude, my skin was so raw, trying to get that shit off.
Kerosene. Here you go. Use that.
Yeah, dude. I just remember, man.
Today.
I didn't live that shit down for so long. They call me Leroy forever after that, dude. What's up, Leroy? But you just made me think of that when you guys were talking, because I pictured two idiots going out there, puncturing the wrong line, and just yeah. And that's what I did with the can, dude. Just, "Oh yeah, good idea." Now I'm Leroy.
When I was a firefighter, we had so when I was going through school, they were running like two courses at the same time, one group of people, another group of people. Mm-hmm. So for like the Jaws of Life for the spreader, you have a style that's low pressure hydraulic lines, and you have a style that's high pressure hydraulic lines. And if you walk and you like, when you're walking back from the Jaws, say to like do something at the truck, if you run your fingers on the hose, like hold the hose and like walk with it, you know, with it sliding through your hand, they'll kick you out of the class. Why? Because a kid a few years prior in the second class was walking and his fucking fingers just hit the ground. There was a pinhole in that high pressure hose, and it just took all his fingers right off.
Oh shit, dude.
Through the glove, everything. They just fell right on the ground.
So that's the equivalent to like a water jet?
Yeah.
You seen those videos of what water jets can do to you? Like they tested out with like the ballistics hands and shit, bro.
Yeah, I saw it.
Because you always see a water jet and you think you can just like, I could just do it real quick. No.
Yeah, but a water jet, like hydraulic pressure is higher than that.
Really? Yeah. Because water jets
dude.
Fucking like they that shit can go through steel. Like you can carve on steel with it. You know,
now,
like the water jet machines.
It doesn't necessarily have a range, but because most are so small. That's what's going to cut you.
Well, I remember working at the helicopter maintenance facility, and the other building had one because they would have to use one to get certain parts for the helicopters. So I'd watch it, dude. I'd be over there doing my thing, and I'd be looking in there like I could totally just swipe, dude. I could totally do it, dude. Just get a little skin burn. And the guy, they'd always be like, "I know you're thinking about it, but like, don't do that. Look what it's doing to that steel, bro." I'm like, "Dude, has anybody ever?" And they're like, "Nobody's been dumb enough." And I was like, "Dude, I could totally just like real quick, man."
We had in Marshall, Michigan, we were doing an oil cleanup, and they had this pressure washer that was mounted onto an international 6x6 truck, and we would use that to pressure wash the oil out of the concrete. That was there. It actually took three of us. One in front, then the guy holding the trigger, and then one guy behind him. So you think of fire hose, but you got to have three people holding this wand while you're pressure washing.
So there's three of y'all just holding the hose?
Not the butt, baby. Hold on to it. Hold the hell on. You know?
Nut to butt, bro.
And if somebody says, "I need to let go of that trigger." You know what I mean?
Well, if you didn't have a best man for your wedding, now you do. Because you motherfuckers definitely bonded after that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Hey, so who's this guy? Well, he's my caboose. He spends a lot of time behind me.
Yeah, Leroy stands 8 inches behind
Leroy.
Yeah, but just to put it in perspective, Ryan, like the hydraulic hoses I run on my semis, Those are 5,000 psi hoses.
Yo, are you
so you figure like a pinhole. And then you multiply that pressure going through that pinhole. It's probably fucking 25, 30,000 psi coming through that little pinhole.
Are you still?
Because it multiplies it the smaller the opening it goes through.
Are you still driving? Or are you just doing the oil thing now?
I drive occasionally. I did today.
I haven't, because I mostly just see you doing fucking oil field shit and welding.
And then if you get hydraulic oil in your system, you're dead.
Really?
Like if it sprays on you and gets in your skin, you're
telling me
it gets into your bloodstream, you're done.
If I were to accidentally come in contact with this stuff, it wouldn't even technically be considered scuba slide.
No, I mean you can put your hand in hydraulic fluid all day long.
Yeah, it's if you like say it had an open wound where it could pump to your heart, it'll kill you.
Why would you inject it?
Oh,
dude!
If you're working on something and it blows up, now you're injected.
Listen, we were talking about how we love Motley Crue and shit, right? You just gave me a reminder. I saw something with Tommy Lee, and he was talking about how him and Nikki Sixx used to inject Jack Daniels. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way, right?
Yes.
He's lying, right?
No.
There's no way. You cannot inject liquor.
Colada. Is it colada? Or was it?
You're talking about colonics?
Yeah.
Like an enema? No, dude. I'm not talking about shoving it, boofing
Similar. It's similar.
Injecting liquor into your veins?
Yeah.
There's no way. You'd fucking die.
Well, you would take a whole freaking syringe, not a little syringe.
Is that a compliment, or are you?
No. Because if one is good, 5 is great for you.
You don't know me.
Well, if they miss the vein, though, they're just injecting it into their muscle, so it would actually take quite a bit of time
for it
to metabolize through their system.
But Nicky never injected himself.
But he would.
Well, that's when Kickstart My Heart.
Yeah,
his drug dealer killed him
because
he didn't. Nicky never liked doing the syringe.
Let me trust the guy who sold me the drugs.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, will you do this for me?
Yeah, you know what that's what that whole song is about, right, Ryan?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, him dying,
bro.
Do I know? I get high on speed. Top Feel Funny Car's a drug for me. He's talking about the hardest drug, heroin.
Do I know? Do you ask me if I know, dude? Are you kidding? What do you think? I'm like a jit?
Actually, Dylan, man, you got it.
I mean, when you listen to like Hanson Brothers and shit, so I had to make sure.
Who? Are you talking about those 3 lesbians that were cool in like the 90s to all the little girls back then? No, I don't know what that is.
Yeah. You just described it perfectly.
Yeah, that's what they are, right? 3 lesbians.
No, it was boys.
What was you just singing?
Bop.
By whom?
It was
the Hanson Brothers.
Hanson Brothers.
Oh, you guys seem to know more than I do.
Yeah.
I just know they look like
we had a trio. It was normalized for us.
I was too busy listening to Motley Crue while you guys was fucking around listening to Hanson.
Hey, no, about that time was when my kids were listening to that shit. So I had no freaking choice.
You guys voted for
my cousins listened to that shit and the Backstreet Boys. Bro, they slid in fucking pedophilia into that band so easy. Backstreet Boys. Backstreet Boys.
Dude, I remember.
Boys to Men.
Listen, there was when I was growing up.
Well, Menudo started all that shit.
My mom had this friend. My mom had a friend. My mom had this friend, and she had an older daughter. So I was a little kid back then, and she had this fucking. I don't know how old this chick was. Okay. As a grown man telling this story, I don't know what's weird and what's not. But as a little kid, I just remember being a little kid, and my mom's friend had this teenage daughter. And as a little kid, I thought this chick was hot as fuck. And I remember one day, she wasn't around, and they were like, "Oh, so and so's got like a TV in her room. You can go in there and chill." And I remember being in there, and I was like, "Damn, dude, I'm in the hot chick's room." And I was looking around, and there was a poster on the wall. And it was a parody poster of the Backstreet Boys. And they remember how they did the Got Milk commercials back then? And like everybody who was hot did them. Yeah. So the Backstreet Boys did one. So they made a poster making fun of it. And I think you could have got it at Spencer's. That's like where it looked like it came from. But they're, instead of holding glasses of milk, they're holding fucking dildos in their hands. And they all have like the milk mustache. But since it's a dildo, you know, it's a cum stash. And the caption was like, we had to suck a lot of dick to get where we're at, or something inspirational like the Got Milk commercial, but it was like for dicks. And I remember looking at that because I had heard about the Backstreet Boys, and I remember being like, I remember as a little kid, I was like, well, they don't put out too bad of tunes. Why would you hate the Backstreet Boys? And I remember getting older and realizing like, oh, these guys are fucking lame. These guys are lame as fuck, dude. Like now I understand the poster, but back then I was a little kid. I didn't know no better.
What was the blonde hair start Aaron or whatever?
Aaron Carter. No, Nick Carter was the Backstreet Boy. Aaron Carter was his little brother.
Well,
and the
Carters, they lived
in Florida, in Parrish.
Well, actually, Apollo Beach.
Well, no, because
we got a station in their neighborhood.
Aaron Carter, the brother, lived in Parrish because back when the Backstreet Boys were popping.
Well, their family.
If you look at an old photo of them, every one of them motherfuckers had hands on their wiener by another man.
Yeah, so here's the thing.
Their family lives in Apollo Beach.
So before the divorce, they all lived in Apollo Beach. I remember the episode of Cribs because Aaron Carter later came out and he was talking about that, and they were like, because he was troubled by that, and it actually ruined his fucking life when his parents got to, even though like typical like rich little kid fucking, oh, I'm sad because my parents are divorced. I think it's my whatever, dude, grow up. You know,
I only get one paycheck instead of two now.
I was born into a single mother home, so shut the fuck up, you know. But he was complaining. He's like, yeah, man, like I just found out that my parents were getting divorced and I had to go do an episode of Cribs and show all this shit off, knowing that it's shortly after that it's going to all be separated. So then Aaron Carter grew up to be a face tat rapper from Tampa, and he lived in fucking Parrish, and he was hanging out with some dude that I knew. Guy's name is Check the Star. Okay. So I was following Check on Instagram for a while, and then I seen him hanging out with Aaron. I was like, yo, is that the fucking the brother of the Backstreet Boy that did that song I Want Candy? And he was like, yeah, it's Aaron Carter. And I was like, he grew up to be a fucking Tampa face tat rapper. And he was like, yeah, because he had a whole fucking like, dude, he got hooked on drugs. Like after that episode of Cribs and that divorce thing, this motherfucker went off the rails, dude.
He just looking for a reason to.
When he made that song, I Want Candy, that was preliminary to his future. Like, I want candy, bro. So he went off the fucking rails. And I remember like he was live streaming one day with Check, and he was like, yeah, we're out in Paris, Florida, Aaron's house. And I was like, Aaron's house in Paris, Florida. It's not even that far away. It's crazy. You know, and then I remember like, I was like, that's kind of cool, man. Hell yeah. And even though he had a face tat and he was making like shitty rap music, I was like, hey man, you know, he's a Tampa boy now. Like Tampa got him, you know, like the Hangover, like Bangkok's got him now. And then shortly after that, he died. He fucking OD'd. There's a whole conspiracy on that, but yeah. So the Backstreet Boys, Nick Carter, sensational boy band, whatever, blah, 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 from the 90s. His brother, local Tampa face tat rapper, doing debauchery, dies.
Well, he knows a lot about that, don't he?
I know everything about fucking Tampa, bro. Like, what am I going to do? Live here and not know about it?
Somebody a little self-defense.
Or hip-hop or anything. You know, that's the problem. Most of these motherfuckers want to talk about shit, but they don't know about shit.
He can make a joke about what we know, but we throw a little something at him. I see how this is going to go. But anyway, myself was a actual firefighter myself too.
Were you really?
Yep.
Well, you told me today you were an EMT.
EMT, and I did a volunteer. I went through the school. I didn't make it to the fire college, but I did the amateur. I did the volunteer fire service.
You guys make me feel like shit about myself a little bit because I haven't done anything noble. I was a Boy Scout. That's like as close as it gets.
Well, I got kicked out of the Boy Scouts for eating a Girl Scout.
I got kicked out of the I never. I mean, I ate a brownie once. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hey, were you a Boy Scout? No, but I ate a brownie once.
So I became a Boy Scout by being bad. I was harassing the Boy Scouts. Is what I was. They were doing a thing at the park down the street from my house, and I remember I was fucking with them, and some scout leader came over.
This was just last week.
No, yeah.
Yeah,
right. I just got my first yellow. I just got my first badge, my first arrowhead. I'm really hoping to make it to fucking Bear Scout or Weebelo. No, but I remember I was.
Wouldn't it?
No, you start as a Cub Scout and then you go to Boy Scout and then there's like Weebelo and then Bear Scout and then Weebelo. That's like where you start getting the browns, but it starts as like blue. I don't know if they changed it, but I was fucking with these kids and like harassing them, and then
brown shirts.
Some scout leader came over and ripped my hat off. Remember we were talking about that, like disrespecting a man by ripping his hat off. So scout leader comes over and just rips my hat right off my head, and he's like, "The hell is wrong with you, boy?" And I was like, "What?" we're just having fun. He's like, don't look like too much fun. Looks like you're messing with some of my troops or whatever. And I was like, no, man. I was just, you know, we were playing around. I want to be a part of this. What is this? And he was like, it's the Cub Scouts. He's all serious. He's like, it's the Cub Scouts. And I know, like, it sounded like he wanted to be like, it's Cub Scouts, bitch. But he was like, no, it's the Cub Scouts. And I was like, what are the Cub Scouts? And he's like, it's about unity and responsibility. And like, it teaches you how to be a man and be organized. And I was like, that sounds awesome, dude. You know? So he gave me some paperwork. He's like, you want to change your life? He's so serious, too, like a military recruiter. And he gives me this pamphlet and like this paperwork. And I go rushing home. I was like, I want to be a Boy Scout. And I show it to my parents, and they're like, oh, okay. Because like my stepdad was like, hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's the smartest thing you ever said, you dumbass. So I join and I excel. I get like, I don't know what I did. I don't know if it was fraud. Because somehow I got all my arrowheads at once and all my beads at once too. Like they were just fucking showering me.
Trying to get you out of there. They're like, get him past. So
no, dude. But I remember other people, like parents and kids, were complaining. They're like, why does he get so many fucking arrowheads and yellow beads? Like I've been working forever, and I just got my second yellow bead. He gets all 4 at once and like 3 or 4 silver arrowheads. The fuck is that? And I was like, I don't know. You know? And I remember I worked so hard because if you earned it, you could get your knife badge and you could carry a knife if you were in. And I had so many knives in my collection because, like I told you, my dad would bring me knives and like teach me how to use them. Dude, I was fucking clutch with a knife since knee high, bro. And I remember I could whittle and like do all the shit. And they wouldn't give it to me because they said I was too gung-ho about it. They thought it was a safety concern because I was like, fuck the rest of the shit, the arrowheads, the beads, because they had yellow beads and red beads. I had all those. I was like, fuck that shit, dude. I want my knife badge. And they're like, yeah, you're a little too eager. So we're going to, like, you could get it, but like not right now. And I was like, really? So that's when I dropped out. I was in there for a few years and they said no to my knife badge. And I was like, well, fuck y'all then, dude. And that's where my corruption started to happen. And that's when I chose the dark side.
Actually, at one time in Hillsborough County, I was the most decorated Cub Scout there was.
Did you make it to Weebelo?
I made all through Cub Scouts and then into the Boy Scouts.
I made it to Bear Scout, which nowadays is not a good thing. You know what a bear is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Big
I mean, but young kids don't do that.
You don't know anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
Because of TikTok.
Yeah. You have Bobcat, Wolf, Bear, and Weeblo.
Oh yeah, I forgot about those. Bobcat and Wolf.
But now that they changed the book around, I think I still got my original book. So
I don't have any of that stuff anymore, man.
I got the whole cooking utensils. I had the hatchet.
Half of us joined the military, and the other half got felonies from the Boy Scouts. I still remember everybody who was in there, and I talked to maybe one of them now, and he's a veteran, and I am a felon.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I was supposed to join with those guys, but since I had to move away to North Carolina, I went down a different path. So all those guys stayed in Inglewood, joined the military. They're all veterans now, you know, they're all respected, and I respect them, but I hang out with them and I'm like, I got 5 felonies. I went to the other trenches.
Well, they would have felonies too, just legal when they did what they did.
Yeah, they were given a license.
Yes.
Unfortunately, I wasn't.
Yes.
But then again, I wasn't really serving my country. I was serving my countrymen a substance that I shouldn't have been.
Shit happens.
You know? Yeah.
But
I did the fire service and the EMTs. That's what I did.
I think I'm going to go eat some food, boys. It's been 2 hours.
I like how we started this show being like, yeah, an hour is fine. And we always tend to go for like 2 and some change.
Right.
Well, I mean, I stopped keeping track of the time because y'all said you just want to let it flow.
Yeah, I'm not really complaining. It's a good thing that Dylan keeps an eye out because this shit, like I said, we've had 4-hour episodes before. Once you pop, the fun don't stop.
So what we having for dinner, Dylan?
I don't know yet. I made fucking I took Flamin' Hot Cheetos last night. And my wife crushed them all up, and then I made breaded chicken with them. But I put mesquite seasoning on the chicken, and then cooked it for a little bit and then dipped them and breaded them.
So you basically made Cheez-It chicken with Cheetos.
I think so. But like,
you know what Cheez-It chicken is?
Just agree with him.
You take, this ain't a prison thing. This is a real thing. You take chicken breasts and coat them in cream cheese, and then you crush up Cheez-Its and bread it, and then you make Cheez-It chicken. It's bomb.
Why you want a cream of cheese?
I didn't make the fucking recipe, bro. I just learned about it. But I was going to ask you because as soon as you said she crushed up Cheetos, I was like, oh, so Natty's been to jail before.
No, dude, that's always been a breaded.
Yeah, I mean, we both
You ever had to walk around tacos?
No.
Oh, man. You take Fritos, chili Fritos. Open it up.
Fritos. You pee in the Fritos?
Put all your taco shit in there.
Yeah.
Shake it up, and you just walk around and eat it out of the bag.
Oh, that's called that is called a wet burrito.
We call them walk around.
In jail.
Walk around tacos.
In jail, you take a chip bag and crush up all the Cheetos and then pour some ramen in there and then pickles and sausage and hot water. And then you fucking fold it over and tuck it under your sheet or your blanket. And then
you don't have to you don't have to cook. There's no ramen in it, so you don't have to cook it.
No, but I'm saying it's the same concept. You eat it out of the bag.
Yeah, similar. Yeah.
And then if you want to make a wet burrito, you just you do everything in a tortilla and then put it in the chip bag and wet it. And then when you pull it out, it's all cooked. And the tortilla is kind of wet looking, but it's bomb.
Mm-hmm.
Prison food, dude. Yeah, look up Convict Kitchen. He teaches you how to make all that.
It's bussin'.
Yo, is it bussin' or disgusting? It's bussin'.
All right, boys. I'm gonna hop off.
I want everybody to take note that I drank this whole jar and I'm not belligerent. So grow up.
There was only about that much in there.
There was not. You guys saw it when it started. It was like damn near.
Yeah. Look at the start of the video.
Yeah, look at the start of the video.
I'm gonna cut his fucking mic cord, dude.
Well, you won't get no more free shine.
All right. Well, I'm gonna buy another mic cord.
But yeah, when you get a chance, send me that address, man.
Peace, love, and chicken grease.
Oh, yeah, I will. All right. See you, boys.
All right, brother. See
Okay, bye.